I'm sending my notice right now. If it move like a up, you would a up.
There we go.
Nice. You just wake up?
Finally. I did.
Hey,
I just rolled out of bed.
listen, that's the best type. You know what I'm saying? That's the best type. I ain't gonna lie.
100%.
That's all it's about. Wake up, get to it. All right, we live. Let me put my thing. Do put my music. Pull over. All right. Also, you're gonna see when I open the soundboard, but don't worry about the sound. Don't worry about everything on the soundboard. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Don't worry about everything on the soundboard. You know what I'm saying?
Like Discord's on board or?
Yeah.
Oh, I have those completely muted, so I can't even hear them.
Okay.
Should I turn them on?
No, I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to, but not everything is meant for today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not everything is meant for today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Seen my laptop. I was gonna try to get a song, but actually I'll save it. I'll save it.
Okay.
Save it. Okay. Smithy, what's good, baby? What it is, my dog, my boy. What it is, baby? I hate sending notifications because I have to send them separately, and it's just annoying as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. It's
Yeah.
possibly the most annoying thing on this earth.
I like to schedule stuff.
I have like everything. Wait, you schedule your posts?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there.
Like if I know I'm doing something at like a specific time and I know it's not changing, I'll just schedule it.
I gotta look into that.
But if it does change, I panic.
Nah, for that. Yo, all right, let me mute. So I'm not screaming in your ear. My fault.
You're good.
Yeah, so we're not getting live just yet. But listen, man.
Well, our things are synced up anyway, so you can.
Oh, fair. That's fair. All right, fuck it. Megs, what's popping with you? Memes, what's good, my boy? Listen, I appreciate it, Megs. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate you. Man, what's good, baby? Oh, music too loud? My fault. All right, let me know if that's good. Better? Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with a little loud music. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Time to jam, baby. It's time to get to it, bro. Come on, stop playing, bro. And I got fire. It's not like my shit ain't fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. Oh, you couldn't hear me. Okay, that's not okay. Appreciate you. That's not okay. Appreciate you.
Ooh.
It must be a up. All right. I'm almost done sending my noties.
I think I started it.
Yeah. Goes over the globe on the arc. Yeah, I was okay, I see it now. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Curry, what's poppin',
It'll,
baby?
like, sync it.
What'd you say?
I said, yeah, I'll like sync it. Hold on, I have to reroute my audio.
Okay, bye.
Okay, cool.
We vibing, guys. Curry, what's poppin' with you, maybe? Mr. Righteous? Yo, what's poppin', bro? I like how you did that. The work guys gave me the day off to catch this. Yo, I appreciate you, baby. Listen, man, I appreciate everybody pulling up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give it just a few. just so people could pull up. You know, people busy. Nah, I'm saying people got stuff to do, but you know, got to make sure people have time to get in here.
Yeah, it's really early for me, honestly.
It's early for you.
Yeah, that's like my equivalent to waking up at like 7 a.m.
Aren't you Eastern? Aren't you Eastern Standard?
Oh yeah, I'm EST.
That's crazy. You're just waking up at 2
Oh, yeah.
o'clock. It's crazy, and that's coming from me, who wakes up like at 12. You know what I'm saying? That's a little insane.
Yeah,
little insane.
but
Like 2 is kind
I'm
of crazy.
usually up late though.
Yeah, but 2 is kind of crazy. Like that's like a whole like. What time do you go to bed? Like you just sleep for 12 hours?
It depends. Oh no, that's what I mean. Like I don't sleep for 12 hours.
That's insane. So you go
I'll
to bed
get
at
like
what? 4?
6 usually, 7.
Wait, you go to bed at 6 or 7?
Sometimes. Okay, no, okay. So I'll fix my sleep schedule, and then it'll just get really bad again.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, I got you.
I'm like a lot more productive at night. So like
Honestly,
I'll just
I
like
feel
goblin hours at night. But like during the day, it's like
demon hours, demon time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's actually insane. Like, but I do feel that same way. Cause personally, I don't like when I'm just during the day, I gotta work out, I gotta eat, I gotta wake up, I gotta just do too much stuff, like do many things.
I'm just unconscious.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. No. I'm usually on like just like autopilot, and then like when the night hits, I get creative. I'm ready to go crazy. But recently, I've been getting a little bit older, so you know what I'm saying? It ain't been the same.
Yeah.
Recently, I'm just getting a little bit old. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Jay, what's good, you baby? This is way early for her. I'm dead. That's insane.
6 a.m.'s her bedtime. It's wild.
Mom, first of all, shout out to my mom, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the peoples in the chat, but shout out to my mom, you know what I'm saying? We always gotta show love to my dukes. Appreciate you, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
You know what I'm saying? Much love. Thank you for the sub, thank you for the follow. It was when I was off stream, but I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? That's my rock right there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. Tight, you know what I'm saying? Still young? Listen, I know 28 is not old, but the freaking the jits, the youngins now, they just want to make everything old. And I'm just like, that's not how it worked, bro. Like, that's not how it worked, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because y'all are fetuses don't mean I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not unk. I'm an uncle, though, but I'm not unk. You know what I'm saying? So.
You're not unk, though.
I'm not unk. I am an uncle, but I'm not unk. You know, I'm not just there yet. You feel me? I'm dead. What's the agenda today? Yo, Cuzzo, what's popping with you, baby? What's on the agenda today? Yo, listen, man, we got something good for today. We got like a little interview / podcast. You know what I'm saying, feature artist Artemis Frostt. She's super, super dope. But we're not gonna get into it just yet. We're gonna give it like another like 2-3 minutes, whatever, before we get into it. Just so people can, funnel in, you know what I'm saying? And what's popping with you? Nadi, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, brother. Or madam. I don't know that. I don't like to assume. I just always say bro, so just forgive me. I'm saying like just my bad. I just always say bro. Feel me? But we gonna give it like another 2 minutes. Puno, what's good, you baby? How we living, bro? Yo, if I'm too loud, let me know. Cause I have my headset is elite. So I'm loud as fuck at all time. Like I'm telling you right now, it's elite. Like the software, the headset is just picture perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also very loud, and my roommate tells me to shut the fuck up like every other day. So, just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
We're making a couple more announcements.
I bet. Yo, thank you for the follow, Cuzzo. Auntie, thank you for the follow. Cuzzo, thank you for the gifted, man. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you. Get your, you know what I'm saying? Get it together, man. Get it together. We got 5 o'clock sharp. You know what I'm saying? Get it together, bro. Come on. Okay, so I see what it is. It's grayed out for your chat. Nice. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
It's like you can tell like where it's coming from.
Exactly. Okay.
All of my people are probably asleep.
Yeah.
Or at
Listen,
work.
man.
The responsible ones are at work. And I know it's Sunday.
But yeah, nobody should be working on Sunday, bro. It's God's day.
I don't even know what day it is.
It's God's day. I'm playing.
I know you're here, but
yeah, shout out to my family in New York. As many people don't know, I actually am from New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm from NYC, baby. But I moved to Texas recently, so. What's up, Auntie? How we doing? see people making excuses. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? And there's no excuses when it comes. So, all right, let me put you on game real quick. All right, so this has nothing to pertain to what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And also, let me turn my music down. Okay, so I have this thing called We Watch that I do every week, Sunday at 5. Little shameless plug, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But the people I count on don't never watch nothing on time. And I'm the late one. Like, you know what I'm saying?
fair.
Like, I don't know if you ever heard of like color people time, but like we always late to everything. You know what I'm saying? So I should be the one who's late, but
Yeah.
she's like, I swear, I don't get it. She's also an English teacher, but she never like, you know what I'm
Never
saying?
on time.
Never
How are
on
you a
time,
teacher but never on time?
never scheduled. I'm just like, bro, like we got business to attend to. Come on now.
Isn't that like what they preach in school?
Listen, she's scuffed. Okay. She's
Turning
scuffed.
shit on time?
She's scuffed.
What?
She's scuffed, bro. She's scuffed.
Hi, Skeezer. Hi, Upcut.
What's up, sis? How we doing? How we doing, man? Appreciate y'all. You know, showing your boy some love. I am the favorite child, so you know, like I get it. You
Oh
know
shit, you got your whole family in here. You are
of
the
course.
favorite.
Listen.
That's crazy.
Come on now. Come on now. It's well known. It's well known. No, I'm kidding. But shout out to my family. Shout out to the people who's coming through. Everybody from Arty's chat. Everybody from my chat. We're gonna get into it. You know,
I
what
feel
I'm
like I
saying.
should go, like do some jumping jacks. I feel like I'm not like awake compared to you.
Listen, I perform at all hours.
Oh, my mom's here.
Oh wait, I actually got some questions for your mom, so I'm glad she is here. I'm glad
Oh,
she's here.
she's lurking. She literally just came in to say like.
I'm dead. No. I'm glad she's. I had some questions for your mom because I think it was your stream that I heard something about her.
Oh, she says she's here.
Okay. All right, so this is the only formal part, guys. I promise. Oh yeah, please change my game. Oh my god.
The only formal part.
This is the only because I don't. So one thing about this, I named it Unorthodox because I don't like the formal stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the formalities and the properness. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't do that. I'm not a suit and tie type of guy. I've never been like that. So I like unhinged. I like crash outs. You know what I'm saying? I like that stuff. Like that's my vibe. You feel what I'm saying? That's what we're getting into. But this is the only formal part. So welcome everyone. I hope you guys can help me introduce, Artemis Frostt. She's super, super lovely, super, super dope. Recently, I've got to know her for a short while. She's someone who is, very, very heavy in the content space. She has not only hosted the first large multi-Twitch guild event, but has taught the CEO of Twitch games like Fortnite and Among Us. She has her own skin in the game, which I need to hear about. She's been a main stage event host, has had many collaborations. She's worked with different orgs like Monopoly, HyperX, Roblox, Asus, Stream Elements, Razer, Epic Games, Twitch Women's Guild, and many more. There's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I had to cut it down.
Are you reading off of my media kit? I'm assuming.
No, I wrote this down.
Oh. I was gonna say I have more that I could add. I'm under like embargoes and NDAs right now, so I can't even like say different things that I'm a part of. That's like super cool.
I didn't give anything too much away, right? We good?
No.
Okay. All right, bet.
You don't know any of them.
Oh, okay.
Fair. Yeah, like I'm under like complete like NDAs
under,
and like embargoes right now.
Oh, NDAs. Okay.
Yeah. So I can't even like add all the cool stuff I'm doing.
I mean, listen, you have a lot on the resume. But to furthermore, she is not only a Twitch partner, but she's a content creator for Ghost, in a very renowned org, and has made many strides in helping and supporting streamers. I hope everyone can help me welcome the lovely Artemis Frostt. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
Okay. Sorry.
My mom's probably panicking right now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Talk to me.
I was told to not question a soundboard.
Yeah. So no. We got some stuff on the soundboard that ain't necessarily meant for all types of. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably not for your family. I'm gonna just say that. Probably not for your family. Probably not. But first off, let's do a little warm up. How was your day going? I know you just woke up, but
I literally just rolled out of bed. I mean, those who know me know that this is like way too early for me. But yeah, okay. So it honestly depends. So I mean, we can just go ahead and like get the ball rolling. So like, I have like a lot of chronic like health issues. So like, I genuinely could have a good sleep schedule. Like I could, and I do have a good one naturally, but it gets so out of whack because all of my health issues, like when they hit at once, it's like I literally get insomnia. So by the time I do fix my sleep schedule, it literally gets wrecked because of that. So I actually I mean, I could try and fix it now, but like in 2 weeks, it's just gonna get
be stuff.
broken.
No, honestly, it's
Yeah.
fine. I got like some of my friends that shall not be mentioned, Max. He's on DGen hours, so he's always up
Yeah.
at like 11 p.m. to like 4 p.m. And then he's just like asleep when people are doing like regular normal people shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get it. I get it.
See? Good morning, chat. It's morning. Good morning to you too.
Good morning. All right. Well, Matt is no exception. That motherfucker's a DGen too. But
oh, well.
Did you at least eat today?
No.
No tacos?
I am right after this though.
No tacos?
You said taco?
Yeah.
We're not talking about tacos.
No
I've actually never had a taco before.
No, I was just wondering because you know what I'm saying, like I heard something about like a little.
Oh no.
A little.
We're starting with the tacos.
Hey, I don't make the rules. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
like
crazy.
it's just how it goes. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like if you could elaborate on what I heard, because
I feel like there needs to be a little bit of like background.
Listen,
info.
the floor is yours. Go ahead, go crazy. Go crazy.
So I went to a private school, right? It was like really Christian private school. Like I didn't know people actually like vaped until like college. What? I didn't think people like as many people like actually, you know, like when you're like watching movies and it's like high school parties and everyone's drinking. We didn't like have that. Like we were so like bubbled.
I wasn't drinking in high school.
That's fair. But when I went to college, I got like full on like culture shock. It was literally wild. So like I didn't grow up with like I grew up with like memes and like you know, different things like that. But like I didn't grow up knowing like all of the innuendos in life, you know? Yeah. So, you know, I was streaming and I wanted to have this like fun idea where I got a piñata and I write, you know, like subscribers' names on it. It's a very cliche thing to do, you know?
Of course.
I've never done it again after this because I'm traumatized.
You learn. No, of course, I got it.
Yeah, so I went to Walmart and I had different options. There was like a SpongeBob piñata, a unicorn piñata, a taco one, and I was like, well, I don't really want the SpongeBob one. I don't want the unicorn. So I went with the taco piñata. I don't know. It was like festive. Maybe, I don't know. It might have been like May or something, like Cinco de Mayo. I don't know.
It's a taco. It don't matter. Taco.
It's literally just a taco, right?
Fire.
So, you know, I'm on stream and I'm so excited to talk about my idea for this taco piñata. So keep in mind, I'm a PG-13 streamer, and I'm streaming Goose Stack only. So I don't know if you guys know what that game is, but there's a lot of like
in my life.
Yeah, it's like Among Us basically, but with like proximity chat and like mods in the game.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, that's my audience, like PG-13. Obviously like all of my mods are, you know, adults. Most are older than I am. So, you know, I bring this like piñata on stream and I'm like, all right, so here's what we're going to do. We have this, you know, taco piñata. I'm throwing like people's names on here when they subscribe. And yeah, at the end of the month, I'm gonna bust my taco on stream.
Nice.
And everyone is like, Artemis, what did you just say? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna bust my taco on stream at the end of the month. And everyone, like, I have like all of my mods like messaging me, like flooding my DMs, like, Artemis, you can't say that. Like, why are you saying that? And I'm like, what is so wrong about me busting my taco on stream? I didn't know what it meant. Talking about my taco piñata, like I didn't understand that. I don't know. Like, I'm still in denial.
You ain't never like.
No, I'm still in denial. Like... No, I've never. I am still in denial. There is no way that. I don't know.
It's all right. Listen, you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that matters, that you learn from it. You know what I'm saying?
No, but who else would learn like that though? Like who else would openly like? There is no one without knowing that meaning who will just go onto a stream and say they're gonna bust their taco. Like,
I mean, I think
I set myself up for something I didn't even know I was setting myself up for.
I think 99% of people probably, even if they didn't know, what could have guessed that that's probably not the right, you know what I'm saying, organization or you know what I'm saying, sentence structure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bust your taco open is kind of crazy.
No, but when I think of food, I don't think of that though.
But you think about busting open food? Like, what's up?
No, I just thought about busting a piñata. Like...
It's all good though. No, honestly, like when I heard that, I was like, damn, she's really wholesome. So I think that speaks a lot to your character because you are very wholesome. Maybe a little too sheltered, but hey, W moms, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my dukes.
So anymore. No, I literally went to this huge party school. That's the thing. Like I already went through my culture shock and everything. I've just never like, you don't have a college kid say like talking about busting people's tacos though, you know? Like
that's fair. Hey.
Like,
I'm not gonna talk about busting tacos because I know nothing of the sorts. I'm celibate, mom. But you know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it.
mhm.
But a little bit more about, I guess you're growing up. What are some hobbies that you had? Like, did you like books? You like sports? Hopefully not books.
It was funny. So admittedly was like a nerd, like school wise.
Fire. Fire.
I loved reading. Absolutely love reading. And I'm sure most of you
Shut up.
from the movie at least have heard of like The Maze Runner.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with that book in probably like 5th grade. And I remember in 6th grade, that's when, I changed schools, went to my private school, and I saw a group of kids running out into like the woods. And in my head, little 6th grade me, obsessed with books, is like, oh my gosh, they're like the Maze Runners, super nerdy.
Damn.
But I, went to cross country the next day, and I was faster than all the high schoolers.
Damn.
Like it was like a pre-K through like 12th grade school. And as a 6th grader who like never ran before, we did a mile time trial. And I'm sure there's some people that didn't try because they knew they were gonna make it anyways. But like
Yeah.
I beat everyone.
And
And
nice with it. All right.
that became like a huge thing. Like I loved running. It literally became my life because of a book. Which sounds super nerdy, but
No. Listen, I personally don't like books. Like, I don't ever encourage books. Like, I encourage people to read books, but I will never be like, oh, I love books. Like, the only book I liked was
I
Great
have like
Gatsby.
a dozen books beside me.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Great
And then I
Gatsby,
have more stacked
I'm
over
good to
there.
go. So, but listen,
Yeah.
shout out to you for that. And then did you do you did running and track or cross country in high school?
Yeah. I was running varsity as a middle schooler, which I don't know technically the rules behind that, but yeah, I would, obviously do 5Ks for cross country and then track. They loved using me for everything. I would do the 4x4, the 4x1, the 800, the 1600, the 3200.
Damn.
And I was just like nonstop. Yeah, and I remember like this isn't a flex because I ended up not doing it in college because of like health issues, but like
I mean, it's still
like
a flex, you know what I'm saying?
well, yeah, like the track scoring system was like kind of weird. I remember we had this little like team meeting with, the varsity guys and the girls. And I was told that I scored more points by myself with the amount of events that I competed in and like did well in compared to the entire like guys team like by themselves.
So you was nice.
Like running was like a huge part of my life. Like I didn't grow up playing video games. Like I grew up running.
Damn.
In school.
No,
yeah.
That's actually fire. Like I personally like I was not a runner. I was also short.
Yeah.
I was way too short.
Oh, I'm 5'3" right now.
Yeah, but it's okay for you to be short. It's not okay for me to be short. You know what I'm saying? We got stuff
that's
we got.
Fair, but like I like
like,
compensated, I guess. I don't know. Like
honestly, that's fire though. But I personally just for me like being short wasn't cool, but that's actually dope. And then you said you didn't do it in college, so
no.
I mean, it happens.
I would have. I wanted to.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. So talk to me about this the skin in the game, because when I was like looking at your stuff and I was looking at all your accomplishments, your collaborations, and I saw a skin in the game, I was like, that's actually kind of fire.
Yeah, also, I have my own custom skin in a video game.
Yeah, but what game? Like you never told us what game or nothing.
Goose Duck.
Oh, that was Goose Duck.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like really, really heavy into that game for like 2 years streaming.
Wait, when did that come out?
Pre-release came out early 2021, and then it fully released October of 2021.
Okay, so right after COVID and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, so you know how Among Us came out, and then they had like a bunch of like Among Us mods, and then you had like Valkyrie and Pokimane and all them playing these. So the guy who made that Among Us mod, his name is Slushy, or that's like his online name is Slushy Goose, and Among Us wouldn't hire him despite making their game famous, for making all the mods and stuff. So Goose Duck was looking at Among Us, and a lot of the founders, they did a lot of like in-person escape rooms. So they decided that they were going to experiment with like online escape rooms. Didn't really go that well. And then they were looking at what Among Us was doing, and they're like, we could make a social deduction game, but actually update it to where our community doesn't have to like mod the game. So they basically made an Among Us styled game where not only do they have proximity chat, but they actually hired Slushy to, help them come up with like all of these like different roles that are in the game, so you don't have to download, mod packs and different things like
that. That's
fine.
That's dope.
But yeah. So it's basically
Damn.
Among Us like on crack. It's like chest checkers.
But shout out to you
It's the
because
best way to put it.
listen, that's a flex. Like low key, like you could really flex that anywhere and
Yeah.
everywhere. A skin in the game is different.
I think it's
That's
cool.
different.
It's not something that I like expected
That's
either.
fire.
Like you don't really expect to have a skin in a video game unless you're like Nick A30 or something, you know?
Yeah, ninja.
Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, hey, I mean, listen, that's listen, that is like an accomplishment for me, for you, for anybody who's in this space. So I think that's really dope.
Yeah.
But how did that like turn? Like, so when did you make the turn from like, I guess what were you doing in college to like content? Because there's like a little gap there. So like, how did you make that turn into content / gaming? Because you didn't grow up with it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't. Well, so I didn't grow up with like gaming. So I grew up, you know, like Club Penguin.
Oh God. Yep.
So no, I wasn't a Club Penguin person.
No, I'm
but
not judging. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
No. So I played Pixie Hollow. Pixie Hollow was like my game, and that sounds so lame. But like I would play like open world type stuff or like
That's fine.
MMOs and whatnot.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you ever heard Vainglory?
No, I heard of RuneScape.
Okay.
That's about it. I wasn't big on MMOs.
Vainglory was like a League of Legends style game.
Okay.
So it was like a MOBA. That was a game that I absolutely loved in high school. But like besides that, I didn't really play video games. I was really into photography though, and I
Okay.
didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I grew up like not knowing what I wanted to do. Like, oh, I want to be a marine biologist, but like I'm terrified of the ocean, so I probably shouldn't do that, you know? So I liked
crazy.
photography, and then I got into like making videos and stuff, and I was like, you know, photography's cool because you can like capture like a moment in time, right?
Yeah.
But like video, it's like I can capture like an entire like
Facts.
moment, you know? And I thought that was like so cool to me that you could like capture things like that. So I didn't necessarily like short films. I liked capturing like real moments.
Okay.
And then like it brought me like so much joy like showing people like these moments and stuff, you know? So when I went to college, I decided I want to go for like multimedia film production.
Okay.
So I was like I hated being on camera, which is funny considering I stream now. But anything that wasn't on camera, I would go for. So like I had a job for 3 years in college where I was a videographer and video editor for a marketing company. And basically, like I was over like 8 different departments. So one day I could be filming like rock climbers, and then like 2 hours later I'm underwater shooting like aquatic videos. Yeah, of like the diving team or like water polo or something. And then, you know, the next day I could be, I don't know, making like a ropes course video or like, you know, a fitness center video. So I was doing a lot. I would also do like club sports and intramural sports, a bunch of other things. So it was like freelancing, but it was like a job.
Yeah.
I guess.
But
Yeah.
You got paid, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
so
so like I was the videographer for the marketing department. It was just there was so many other departments that like they would reach out to me or I would reach out to them about different things. Like I had like other requirements I had to do, but like they could like request me for like events and stuff.
That's dope.
So it was like a weird, like I felt like I was like freelancing and I was like fully in control of like most of my stuff.
Okay, and then how'd you get introduced into like, you know, like this space, the streaming, the gaming, like?
I got bullied into it.
Wait, bullied. First of all, wait, what? How'd you get bullied into it?
Oh yeah, I got bullied into streaming. I didn't watch YouTube. I didn't watch other streamers. My first time on Twitch was my first time streaming.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, so I kind of got into Among Us a little late. Like it was still popular, but it wasn't
the hype
right
was
when
over.
everyone was playing it.
Yeah, the hype was over.
So I was just playing it the like summer of like 2021 with like random people. And I don't know, like this sounds weird, but like they just thought it was really cool that I was able to just like lie and gaslight people, and they wanted to see like my point of view when I was dead or whatever. Well, like they wanted to see like because it started out where like we would sit in Discord calls and we would all turn our cameras on.
Okay.
So like I have a really good like Among Us like poker face from that now. Which sounds weird. Yeah, because we would all have our cameras on. So not only did we have to like lie and gaslight over like
poker. It's like a poker Among Us. No, I like that though.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then people were like, "You should just like stream this stuff," and I was like, "Okay, I didn't know what I was doing like at all."
Most of us don't. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah, like there are people coming into my chat doing like chat commands and stuff, and I didn't know like like this one guy who ended up becoming my like head moderator eventually.
Josh,
Um,
the goat.
no, a
Oh, okay.
different guy.
Okay.
Josh is my head mod now though.
Okay.
So
Shout
this
out
guy
Josh.
came into my chat and he did, yeah, shout out Josh. He did exclamation point lurk, and I was like, what is that? And he was like, hold on, wait. He was like, what do you mean? What is that? And I was like, this is my first day streaming. Like, I have no idea what this is. And I also like, I didn't know I didn't know what was good on Twitch or what was, and I was just streaming. Like, I had like 15 people watching me, my first stream on Among Us. And he
Damn,
was like, it's
that's a
your
lot.
first stream and you have like 15 people in here?
Yeah,
And I'm
that's a
like, what do
lot.
you
That's
mean?
a lot. Like actually, like
I didn't know what that meant. Yeah, I literally, because I had like some of my like friends watching, and then I had, other
it must be
people in the Among
nice.
Us community that I met. Like, I accidentally was already networking,
Yeah, yeah.
So like, all of my Among Us friends or like people who weren't even playing with us who were like at work or whatever just like had me open. But yeah, he ended up like helping me like make my Discord, like all of my bot commands and
W.
stuff. And eventually like I got affiliate within a week, and then I was like, well, I guess I'll just keep going because it was like I was streaming for fun. I'm like, wait, I can get like
Paid.
subscriptions now?
Yeah, you get paid.
Like I can get ad revenue and stuff.
I feel that.
And like I was like, hold on, wait. So not only is this fun, I can get paid for doing it, but I can also like keep doing it as like a side hobby thing and like not feel like
No
too bad
facts.
about it. I don't know. Cause I'm one of those people where it's like if I'm not getting something out of my hobby, even if it's not like even if it's just like self like satisfaction or like
Yeah.
happiness or whatever, like I don't want to like waste my time on it. And it's like I can get like the best of both worlds where I have like multiple reasons for like wanting to do this. And
Okay.
I got partner within 6 months. And then I just
God
didn't
damn.
stop doing it. Yeah.
So
I
you had
just
you
stayed.
had like a little fast track because I can tell you and promise you it was not the same for like 90% of people.
Well, okay, so because I did Among Us and like Goose Goose Duck, like I really love like strategy,
Okay.
and I love like manipulating like systems and stuff, and
I
and
thought
I
you was about
want
to
to
say
find
people.
the smartest way possible to get to where I want,
Mm-hmm.
rather than like the hardest way. Because a lot of streamers, I think, when they first start out, like they want to stream like 12 hours, like every single day,
Yeah.
and they are like wasting their life away while being live. But like if I was able to get, 15 people on my first stream because I didn't even know that I was networking,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I could totally find different ways. So like I had like little strategies that I've never seen anybody else use on Twitch.
That's what's up though. I mean, listen,
Yeah.
I was one of those people. For a long time I was
Yeah.
streaming like just like 13 hours a day, just like playing games. But at the same time, like way back when I wasn't actually taking it serious, nor was I networking, nor was I like, like
Yeah.
taking strides to like progress myself. But
Yeah.
recently I moved to Texas to do so, but I was one of those people. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
have a question for you actually.
talk to me.
How long were you watching streamers or content creators before you decided that you wanted to?
To be honest, I never decided I wanted to. I was watching
Yeah.
like Fortnite because Fortnite was crazy at the time. So it was like
Mhm.
Ninja, Myth, and like Daquan and Hams, whatever. So like I was like, oh, this is kind of fire. So I didn't even like Fortnite. Like I was like, this shit like ass. I'm like, bro, I'm not playing this game. I don't ever plan to play the game, but the people were cool. So
Yeah.
then started watching them more, and then I don't know. A little bit after, I think I was watching Myth one day, and he had ordered Grubhub, and I was like, oh, that's kind of fire, but I didn't even know Grubhub was a thing. And then I ordered Grubhub too, and I started envisioning. I was like, yo, like this is kind of fire. Like imagine you just at
Yeah.
home chilling, you just gaming. You know what I'm saying? Order some food, whatever. But people is just like they're giving you money and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I was just watching for a long time. I started playing the game, and then a bunch of people like that I game with, and at the time a lot of Fortnite people, they were like, oh, you have a great personality. You should stream. There's people who thought I was a streamer. I was like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
I have crackhead energy by default. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
very like outgoing person. I just have that energy. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I think I just at one point I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'll just turn it on, see what happens, and I've been streaming since, but it was like on and off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a weird start. But I was also on console too. I wasn't into the PC space because that's a whole nother
Yeah.
like realm. But that's how we got into it
Yeah.
though. But
So this sounds weird. I actually think that people who have zero, I don't want to say knowledge, but like
mhm.
people that are not in the space do better at the start.
I can see that. Yeah, no,
So
I see what you're saying.
like I post a lot of like streaming like content
Yeah,
creator advice, and it's nothing from right now. Like
that's true.
I'm literally like learning from my past self because it's like snowboarding.
Mm,
I've recently, not recently, but like in the past like couple of years, I've gotten into snowboarding.
okay.
And naturally, when you're getting into something like in your 20s, it's a lot more difficult than somebody who is like 5 or 6 or
Very
7, you know?
true.
And even if I have all the time in the world, it has nothing to do with time. Um, but it's also like there's a lot of factors, but let's say like snowboarding for example.
Yeah,
Like people don't actually realize like how scary like it can actually be or whatever. And it's the thing where like adults have already developed this like fear. Like you
yeah.
know what it's like to fail. You know what it's like to get hurt. You know consequences.
Facts.
Whereas kids, a 5-year-old, put them on a snowboard and don't react if they get hurt. They'll get up and they'll keep going.
No, 100%.
Kids haven't learned fear yet. Fear is like a learned thing. Like consequences, you don't that's a learned thing. So kids like they're fresh, like they have no fear, they don't care, like they'll go ham on slopes,
No, absolutely,
like as
absolutely.
soon as they learn how to do it. Whereas like me, it's like, okay, well, I have a spinal injury, like I can't fall because if I do this, then like I might get hurt for another like 2
Yeah,
years, or like I like if I fall a certain way, like I have these like preconditioned fears. And it's kind of like the same with streaming where like I knew no
zero.
streamers, I
Yeah,
knew no content creators, I didn't watch anyone, I didn't know anyone, I was like fresh. So I don't think it's necessarily wrong to watch other streamers to like get ideas from them, but
yeah.
I think that there is like some sort of power in knowing nothing,
No,
like
I agree.
you,
I agree.
like your mindset's not tainted by anything. Like I didn't know failure. I only knew like I could do whatever I wanted and it either goes nowhere or it gets better. Like there was no like going down,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and in my head, like it wasn't even like being stagnant wasn't even like an option. Like I knew that like if I just did it and went for it, I could get what I wanted. Whereas like now, like I don't stream Goose Goose Duck anymore. I went variety, and I now have these like fears, and it's like, oh, I
you
know
never had
what
them
it's
before, but
like.
now, yeah,
Yeah, like I know what it's like to be a number one streamer in a game category, but now I know what it's like to like lose that.
yeah. No, no, I
So
get you.
so now there's like, okay, I've learned this, but it's had like a negative impact because now like my brain is like tainted, and like I don't have that like invincibility feeling anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I just like forgot about that and just went for it again and like had that same sort of like drive and motivation, like I could 100% do it again.
No, no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Because like similarly, when I was like, starting out, whatever, I didn't really care. And for the most part, when I was younger, I just did a lot of stupid shit. So
Yeah.
I wasn't like a bad kid or nothing, but I just did a lot of stupid shit. My friends, fucking hooligans. So I mean, we were just
Really good.
getting into dumb shit all the time. But
Yeah.
as you get older, you start seeing the risk and the repercussions
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and it's like I can't necessarily do certain things that I want to do. Like even like I
Yeah.
miss a little part of myself that used to be like I don't really care about much because I don't take a lot of what people say to like I don't take it negatively. Like I always take it as like
Yeah.
constructive criticism, or if things are not going my way, I'm gonna just be like whatever. I'll just keep moving. But
Mhm.
like when I was younger, I used to like deal with it like in the blink of an eye. Now it's just like I gotta think about it. I'm like, damn, like kind of sucks. You know what I'm saying? I start to get in the
Yeah.
field just a little bit, whatever. But I definitely think that's like a learned thing as you get older and as you have more time in whatever area you're in. At the same time, like I think it's just part of life. It's supposed to happen, you know.
Yeah.
But a question for you is, what do you like? What kind of advice would you have for people who are like starting, um, and
Mhm.
who are stagnant? Because you mentioned being stagnant. If people who've
Yeah.
been in it for a while and haven't seen much progress despite their attempts, some advice that you would have for them.
I mean, I can just be straight up blunt.
No, no, but it's listen, this is unfiltered, bro. I need you. You know what I say? You got to crash out. You got to go crazy. Like, let me know. Talk to me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Talk to
no.
me.
So, I mean, if you're sitting at one viewer and you're doing everything you're supposed to, like if
Mhm.
you're going live like 5 days a week at the same time every time, you are streaming the same niche, the same game category, whatever.
Yeah,
Like if you're doing like literally everything you can do to fast track yourself and you're still not getting people to watch you,
facts.
um you're most likely doing the same thing every time. So like literally like repetition is literally the definition of insanity. And if you can't take your failure and learn about what you're doing wrong and you know figure your shit out, it's not gonna work. Cause like I'll see a lot of streamers like they'll go live and they'll play Call of Duty. They won't talk to their chat. They're deadpan. Like they're so like monotone. Like they're sitting here like this.
No, true. Or they have no cam and they're not talking. Crazy. No, facts though.
Or like they'll do that. They'll like glance at their chat and then not say anything. And it's like, what are you doing? But even like I feel like a lot of people also just like complain. Like one of my tweets where I posted advice, I don't remember what it was. But I basically said that you don't have to use bigger creators to get big yourself. You know, like I came from knowing no creators, no streamers. I used no social media platforms, and I got partnered after like 6 months. You know,
true. That's true.
And they were like, no. Somebody has to raid you. You have to rely on bigger creators to discover you.
That's insane.
And hold your hand. No, I don't like if somebody came in and rated you with 5,000 viewers, that's really freaking cool. No, good for you. How many of those people are actually going to stick around in a month?
That's true.
Not 5,000 people. You'll probably maybe get 1 or 2, realistically. Like that's just how it is, you know?
You know what I think it is? And not to interrupt you, but I think at that time there's a certain time like because I remember like some of my friends were streaming too. There's a certain time where it's like there was big streamers rating people, and then like it was kind of like a thing to get rated. You know what I mean? It was a big thing to get rated. So I think people kind of like harped onto that concept of like, oh, I'm just waiting for my moment to get rated. I'm just waiting for my time to come. You know, because one of my friends, I'm not gonna say his name, but one of my friends was saying that. He's like, bro, I just can't wait for that one day where I get rated and it all changes. I'm just like, bro, like,
that does not happen.
Like, bro, that's not real.
Straight up does not happen.
Not
like
even close.
No. I taught the CEO of Twitch how to play Fortnite, and I got more views playing a farting Goose Among Us game. Like
that's insane.
It doesn't matter who it is. Like it literally does not matter. But like I think raids can be like really useful. Though, like networking raids, like raids built off of like actual like friendships, I think they do well. And I mean like I've had friends who helped me get partners. So now there's like a great thing where like if you get rated, it now is included in your 25 like average viewers. But that wasn't the case for me. So like we had to do this thing where like if you get rated, you had to yell at everyone to like refresh. So it didn't count you as like a raid viewer, it counted you as like a normal viewer. Like there were so many like different things I had to do. And there's also I think a lot of people that struggle with like being stagnant or not even like breaking out of like hitting affiliate. I think a lot of people not those just starting out, but people who have been doing it for a while. I just think they're working way too hard. Like if you can work smarter to maximize your time so you can work harder in other areas. Like did I ever tell you about my 24-hour hack? I think I have.
I think you have, but you know, just to refresh, you can tell the people, the lovely people.
Yeah. All right, so I guess people like you guys. Does anyone here know how exactly Twitch actually averages like your streams? Like, does anyone actually know how they do it? Because a lot of people don't.
I would say majority don't.
Yeah. So, I was like a stats junkie. Like I loved stats. Like I would look at my stats after every single stream. I would have my viewer count on 24/7. Like I was really toxic to myself, but like it was like I was like a robot, you know, like again, like I was new to streaming, I had nothing to lose. My viewer count had no effect on me until, you know, later on a certain point. But I was like googly eyeing my stats, and I was a late night streamer. So to put it in perspective, like yes, it's really cool I got partner in 6 months, but like I wasn't just streaming. Like I was in my senior year of college. I was a full-time student. I had a job. I was a videographer and video editor. I was the president of my university's film club. I was on the intramural ultimate frisbee team. I was the champion of it that year. I still had a social life. I still had like other things, but I didn't have a PC, so I was driving an hour and a half to stream on somebody else's PC, and then I would drive an hour and a half back. So like I was like during classes, like, you know, when I was like editing or whatnot, like I was working on stream stuff. Like it was crazy.
It's a lot to juggle. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so sometimes I would stream like really, really late, and I would happen to stream after midnight. And I remember like looking at my stats, and they didn't look right. And for some reason, my stats gave me an average already for the next day, and I was like, wait a minute. Technically, it's not the next day. Like I'm
Yeah, how's
sitting
that
there at 2
possible?
a.m.
Yeah,
It's like a Friday night, but like in reality, it is technically Saturday now.
yeah, yeah,
So, like I'm looking at my stats, and I'm like, why did it already give me an average when my stream started the day before? What
yeah.
Twitch does is it averages your stream in a 24-hour period. So like it goes from like midnight to midnight, right?
Okay, got it.
So I would go live at 8:30 p.m. EST, and Twitch will, you know, fuck you over and they'll start you with 0 viewers. Um and let's say at midnight I had 60 viewers. You know,
Okay.
my average might be like 45. Well, after midnight, Twitch is gonna reset how it averages your stream. And it's not midnight your local time, it's midnight
Oh,
like
okay,
Twitch's
okay.
time.
I got you.
So at midnight, I don't start at 0. I fucked the system over and I started with 60 people in my stream. So whereas usually you start with 0 viewers in your chat, I
Yeah,
started my next day with 60. And like my friends would like raid me and I would get more people throughout the night and stuff.
facts,
And
facts,
I would
facts.
have like 120 people in my chat. And then I averaged like
Damn.
80 or 90. So when I went live the next day at 8:30 p.m., I wasn't starting at 0.
You
That
starting?
8:30 to
Yeah.
midnight stream was going to average with my like midnight to 3 a.m. stream, you know?
Got you.
So
Got you.
for that day, I was now averaging my 90 with my like 50, and it would equal like 75 or
75. Yeah,
something, you
yeah.
know? Yeah.
Damn.
So like
Okay, so nice
I
ag.
hacked the system where I didn't let Twitch fuck me over starting at 0.
No, that's fine. And I promise you, a lot of people don't know that. So
Yeah.
something I'm gonna take into account as well. Definitely
It
gonna
only
take into
works for
account.
like late night streamers Twitch's time
Hey,
though.
listen,
So
I don't go to sleep, so I mean, I don't go to sleep. I
fair.
sleep like average of 4 hours, so that's fine for
Yeah.
me. Okay,
Yeah.
and then let's say like somebody was just starting out because I actually have some people that are interested in
Mhm.
streaming, but don't necessarily know where to go to or how to get started. Like, what would you say
Yeah.
like to them?
It honestly depends on what struggle you want. It's easier and faster to grow if you stream one game every single day.
Okay.
And you don't change. That's what I did to start out with.
Mm.
But if you leave that game, you lose most of
A
your
lot of
people.
yeah, yeah.
Even like the amount of people who told me like even if you switch games, I'll still be here for you.
They don't.
90% of those
They don't.
people I haven't seen in
Yeah.
like a year plus.
That's how Fortnite was like heavy. Like
Yeah.
people, if I hop on Fortnite, people out of the woodworks would be like, "Oh, yo, you back on
Mhm.
Fortnite?" Like, bro, no, I'm just
Yeah.
playing for a little bit. But like, if I'm not on Fortnite, it's curtains. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say if you're going variety, like start with some sort of like niche though. Like
Mm.
if you want to play like Dark Souls type games, like stick to like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate, like stuff like that. Like it's just so much easier with a niche. And like I'm a hypocrite right now because I'm doing whatever I want, but I'm also in a
Yeah,
position to where I can do
you
whatever I
can.
want until I
Yeah,
figure it out. But
absolutely.
when you're starting out, like some sort of niche will take you so far.
Okay,
Like, yeah,
that's fair. I mean,
niches do so much.
and I appreciate that. Do you have
Yeah.
like a little like let's say like a short list of do's and don'ts? Because I know like you said it like before
Oh
on
boy.
Twitter and stuff. But if you have like a little short version of like a do's and don'ts, like what would you like if you start with the don'ts? Like don't do this.
Oh gosh, I have so many don'ts. I'll try and summarize them though. Or like pick a few, I guess. Self-promoting is so fucking obnoxious. Like I hate when people DM me their go live notification. I hate when people DM
Hmm.
me like, "Hey, I'm live." I hate when people come into my stream and they're like, "Hey, I'm about to go live. Just wanted to say hi." Like, I don't think you're gonna steal my viewers, but
Yeah,
it's like, don't like
I get it.
you're
I get it.
annoying. Like
Mhm.
Yeah, but like if you ask like, hey, are you about to go live? Like that's totally different. Like someone answering, you know. But if someone out of the blue just comes into your stream and they're like, oh, I'm about to go live. I just wanted to say hi. If
Yeah.
anyone wants to come and like, no, it's like shut the fuck up, sit down. Like no one wants to watch you with that
That's fair.
attitude.
That's fair. That's
Like
fair.
stop. Self promote it. Like oh my gosh, what there are so many like pet peeves that I have with like streaming and
I know.
stuff.
I know you do. It's something you're passionate about. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Oh, there's so many things. Oh gosh. I'm trying to think. There's just so
That's
many.
fine. Listen, if you need to switch over to the
Shameless
dudes, you
plug.
know what I'm saying? Like, but shame. I mean, that because a lot of people don't. I feel like some people do it like unintentionally, but like I feel like there's a lot of people who
Yeah.
at a certain time, and I saw those certain people, like they would
Yeah.
just like say certain things. I'm just like, bro, like for real, bro, like what's your real agenda? What you
Yeah.
really here to do? But at the same time, you know, they gonna fuck around and
Yeah.
find out. That's all it is. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
okay. So here's a big one. So when I feel like there's this like huge like fear or like stigma of like reaching out to a creator like bigger than you because it's like, oh, I don't want to come across as like I'm using them. But there's also the stigma of like reaching out to a smaller creator and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what if they burn me? You know? I think that if you're just starting out and you're wanting to approach a streamer that's bigger than you, not because you want to use them, but because you want to build like a genuine like friendship or you know connection with them or whatever, I think that if you can just like come across as like not an asshole trying to use them, there was something else I was gonna say on that. I'm blanking. I literally started for a totally different purpose,
No, it's fine.
and now I'm blanking.
It's probably because
TTV or
you.
owning the name to your brand? Oh, okay. So when it comes to like TTV and people's names, like if I'm playing Fortnite and you have like TTV in your name, like honestly, from what I've seen for the most part, those are the people who think that putting TTV, no, this is not everyone. This is not everyone.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times people who have TTV in their name, they think that that's their way of like networking and like marketing themselves and
Yeah.
they won't do anything else. Whereas
Yeah.
those are usually the most annoying people. Like I'll play like Fortnite Ballistic or whatever, and I'll like go into their stream to like follow them like after the fact, just to be nice or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're usually really annoying people. Like
Damn.
no offense, but
Damn,
like,
that's crazy.
and I'm not gonna like
Yeah, I know. I
prejudge
know a
someone.
couple.
I'll go into someone's stream, but like a lot of the times, like that's their way of like marketing and networking.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
which is well to me, my boy memes. To this point, it is kind of. I feel like it is kind of lazy if you're not putting the work on the back end. I'm saying like
yeah,
CTV and that shit is
yeah.
like, all right, bro. Like now what? Like what
I'm still
what do
trying
you
to
expect to
figure out what I was
gain?
gonna say. Yeah,
That's all good. I mean, listen, we can always spin back. Something I actually wanted to know, and I've taught you very small. I guess a very small. I don't know the actually the I guess correct word, but I've taught to you.
really fast. I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So this goes for like other smaller creators as well, but especially if it's like with big creators who have like been around for a while and like know at least like a little bit.
Mhm.
Do not like if you're stagnant
I just had a stroke.
and you're having a hard time like breaking out of like a certain viewer count,
Mhm.
don't complain about that. Like, do not complain about your views, like you not getting any. Because usually, a lot of people like myself will be like, okay, well, what are you doing wrong then? And in their head, they're not doing anything wrong.
Mhm.
They're like owed viewers. And like I don't think you should ever feel like you are owed viewers or like you're
Absolutely.
entitled to people's times. Like you are doing something wrong. Like I am currently stagnant. I am doing something wrong. Like
Yeah.
do I still have a community? Yes. But I am currently doing something wrong. I am self-aware that I'm doing something wrong. I'm just trying to figure out a niche that I want to get into, which is
Absolutely.
why I started like experimenting with like posting like streamer advice on Twitter and stuff. But like people who can't acknowledge that they're doing something wrong and can't
Yeah.
acknowledge that like
Delusional.
it is their problem. Like every issue you come across in streaming is quite literally an issue and
Yes.
not a ish me. But I think if you want to talk about it, like there is nothing wrong with saying like I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Like that's completely different. But if you're like, man, I'm pissed. Like you have all these viewers and
Yeah.
I don't like have anyone coming into my streams at all, and it's like, all right, well, why?
Yeah, I mean, there's
You
gotta be a
know,
reason, right? So yeah, I get it.
yeah, like so, like people who can't get past their own egos and like figure out what they're doing wrong to fix it, no one's gonna want to be your friend,
I
like at
mean,
all.
no, that's very true. I've seen that happen
Yeah,
to people who like used to stream a lot and like they just like
yeah.
self wallow, self pity, and they're just like, I don't know what's going on. Why is this happening? But
The only people that will want to be your friend are the people that are exactly like you, and those are the people that you don't want around
no,
whatsoever.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Before I had a mini stroke, I was gonna ask
Yeah.
you, um, who or what is your biggest influence?
Yeah, so see that's the interesting thing. So if I'm thinking about it from like this is weird. I'm very hard to like peer pressure. Like
Okay,
I've always been like I was just naturally good at like streaming and networking, and I was naturally good at like Among Us and Goose Goose Duck and stuff. Like I I've always been like a weird like deep thinker. Like you know how like a lot of kids will like do something and it's like carefree and they get in trouble for it and they're like, "Oh, that's bad."
yeah,
I never really had that. Like I for some reason like grew up like knowing like bad things were bad. So like I've never had alcohol before. And I've
what?
never like I went to a huge party school and like I've never been like peer pressured or influenced or like no one was able to like convince me to drink, even my friends. Like I've never like smoked anything. Um
You ever had alcohol?
like I'm very straight edge, yeah. Like I cannot be like peer pressured or influenced into
But
things
like
like
maybe all right, so like it
but
don't have to be peer
yeah, like
pressure. It don't have
so
to be peer
oh
pressure, but
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
you
No, I
know,
know. But like with that note, like with that being said, like I came into like if I'm thinking about it from like a streaming perspective, like
yeah.
I came in knowing nobody, so I quite literally like did not allow myself to have influence because I wanted to be like as unique and original as possible with like things that I was doing. So like I literally like didn't start out with like an influence. But admittedly, I don't know. I'll just like I guess the people that I surround myself with
What
are
about your
like huge
mom? Isn't your
influences
mom
to
like
me.
a big TikTok star or something like that?
She started TikTok because of me.
Oh, okay. But I
Yeah,
remember
no,
in
my
passing I heard
mom.
that.
Yeah, no, my mom is so funny. Like she's always been like supportive of like different things that I do. Like cross country and track was like my life, and when I said that I couldn't do it in college, like that was
Yeah.
fine. When I said I wanted to do like multimedia film production, like I think she thought that I was doing like the art and history behind film. Like I was doing like the tech side of like film stuff. So like
Okay.
I wasn't getting an art like I have a bachelor of science. And I was doing like tech production type stuff. And she was like, as long as you get a job, you know. Um and when
W
I started
mom.
streaming,
W
she's
mom.
like, "Oh, that's cute. How does that work?" Um, and then I told her I was making more money streaming than I was my, actual job. And I was like,
Facts.
yeah, so
That money coming in, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, I might
Full time.
quit
Yeah.
after I graduate and just see how it goes. And she was like, whoa, 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 whoa. She was like, I need you to like explain this to me. So like I explained how it works,
W.
like ad revenues and brands and sponsors and all of that jazz. And she was like, huh. And then she starts posting on TikTok for fun. I'm not gonna expose her account because she has requested me not to sometimes, but she has, let me see. And to be fair, I'm not like a TikTok person. I don't really post on TikTok.
I
She
hate
has
TikTok.
54,000 followers
Yeah, your mom is
on
crazy. Yo,
TikTok.
she's famous,
My
bro.
mom. Yeah, no, like,
That's fire. That's fire
bro,
though.
what?
That's fire.
Like,
W mom, man.
yeah.
What's
Yeah, it's like,
what type of
the
content?
heck?
Is she just like everyday life of a
No
mom?
thing. She doesn't do life of a mom content. She
I'm about
doesn't
to
have
say.
one. She films really shitty quality videos and they get views. And it actually like
Hey, W
I
mom.
actually do not understand. Like as someone like I don't really post on YouTube or TikTok or anything, but I know how they work and I know like the algorithm and I know like what works and doesn't.
Mhm.
Hers doesn't make any sense and I've literally like sat down and I'm like, okay, you have to keep it real with me. Like, are you paying like for these views?
That's
Are you
crazy,
paying
bro.
for
You getting
comments?
bots? You getting
And
bots? What's up, bro?
she's like, no, and I'm like, there's no way. Like I
She's the method.
tell me,
Hello?
just admit that you're buying these. And she's like, no. And I'm like, bro, what? Yeah.
Yo, she's the method. She's
I
honestly the method.
literally don't understand.
I gotta get her on
Like,
here. You know, hey, that's crazy
I
though.
I don't get it. She
Damn.
doesn't even know how the algorithm works. She just posts stuff. And if one doesn't do well, she just makes a video complaining that she's shadow banned and then she gets unshadow banned the next day. Like,
The shadow ban
literally,
is
like it's
crazy.
the most like
That's it. That's just it.
mom TikTok. You know what's funny though? My mom's not even like old. Like
mean,
she's
yeah.
not like as old as like most people's moms. Like we have a 15-year age gap. So like
Oh, okay.
she's not like out of like technology era, if that
Okay,
makes
so she's
sense.
savvy.
Like
Yeah, she's savvy.
yeah, like she's tech savvy, but like
Okay.
she doesn't actually understand how like TikTok works. But I mean like she might
Both,
now
yeah.
within the past couple months, but like yeah, I don't
That's
understand.
listen. That's fire because you know what I'm saying. I love my people to death, but some of my family be hitting me up and be like, "Yo, like how you do this?" and like all this tech stuff, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, "Damn, I just wish." You know what I'm saying? I just wish they had the little
No,
insight. You know
she'll
what I mean?
tell
Just,
me how to do stuff now. It's
I don't
like
mind it, but
yeah.
I wish I had that little savviness. But that's fire though. That's actually fire.
Yeah.
W mom. And what a question for you. What do
Mhm.
people misunderstand about you the most? Because I know a lot of times when you're on Twitter, I think you give really solid advice, but there's a lot of
Yeah.
backlash, and people think you have like an alternative motive when you're actually just trying to help people.
Yeah.
So what do you
Um,
feel like is the most misunderstood thing?
I think there's a few things, but like specifically Twitter. Um, I'm in like a rough. I don't want to say like I'm not motivated. Um, but there have definitely like been times where like I question like do I actually want to keep streaming?
Okay.
You know, like I would still do it for fun, but like do I actually want to keep doing it as much as I was doing? Because I think I was a really really good streamer
Yeah.
streaming Goose Goose Duck. Like I think I was an amazing Goose Goose Duck streamer. But it was because I was good at Goose Goose Duck and I was good at balancing chat and stuff. But now like I don't have that anymore. So it's like I don't think I'm the worst streamer in the world, but like I wouldn't watch myself, you know? So I'm in this weird spot where it's like I need to figure my shit out, but I don't know what I want to do. So I started like using Twitter as like a new goal, I guess, because I have such a hard time with like recorded content. Like I hate recording videos. Like I can do live streams, but like that like video production side of me just
Yeah.
I just hate recording stuff.
I feel
So
that. I feel. I hate
Twitter was
editing.
like yeah, Twitter was like my baby step. It was like I just want to post something that like I'm like passionate about.
Hmm.
And my goal was to get monetized on Twitter. Not even just to like get money, but I was like I want to try and give myself a goal to just meet these requirements within 3 months. And then I met it in like a month and a half. Right?
Fire.
But all the advice that I'm tweeting out is like reminding myself
Yeah.
like of my own stuff that I learned like naturally, you know?
Yeah.
So in a way it's kind of like a self diary, you know? And
Okay.
like some of the things that I tweet are like pretty harsh, but like it's more so like harsh like to myself.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like
Talking to yourself.
I feel like people need reminders of certain things. And you know, obviously like it's been helping a lot of people, but you know, when I'm like posting like advice and different things like that, like I can only post advice on things that I know about. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not going like even though like I know how the YouTube algorithm works, I will never post advice on the YouTube algorithm because
Okay.
I'm not a YouTuber. I don't post YouTube videos. So like in a way it's like I have no right to. But even though I'm not getting the numbers that like I used to have, you know, like I used to get like 200-300, you know, viewers in my
Yeah.
streams. And it's like obviously I'm not getting that anymore, but I have before. So, you know, I'm only posting advice that everyone can use. Like, obviously, like I'm not gonna tell everyone like, okay, everyone has to go live at this specific time, and this is when the 24
Yeah.
hour, you know, average is gonna reset and it's gonna get you like that's not how that works. So, like, if people wanted more like specific advice or advice from like other people, I made
Hmm.
my like creator networking Discord servers. So you know, like I'm hosting events where it's not even like just me talking and like giving advice because I don't think that I know everything, you know, and I think other people have other point of views to offer. So I built that Discord so people can make like genuine connections with each other and like talk through things with other people, like not just me, because realistically I can't talk to everyone with a one-on-one for 24, you know, hours of
Absolutely.
the day. Um but also, a lot of people that post like content and like creator advice, like they want to sell you an ebook or they want to sell you like a
Yeah.
YouTube,
Every
you
time.
know.
All the time.
Yeah. And my thought process is, okay, I actually genuinely enjoy this. So if I can just get paid by the platform and keep
Versus.
it free for everyone, because this is something like I wasn't even expecting to like make money off of it. And realistically, like I don't. I make like $50 a month from this.
I mean,
Like
it's something.
Like the amount, yeah, it is something, but the amount of effort I'm putting into these tweets are not worth $50. It is worth
Fair.
so much more.
Absolutely.
But like I honestly, most of the hate that I've gotten has either been from people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about and they have like 3 viewers, or no, not 3 viewers, 3 followers on Twitch, and they don't stream and they don't post content anywhere, but they're telling me that I'm wrong.
Yep.
Um,
Brain rot,
or
all
it's
that.
quite literally just people who just hate me, just
For no
they just don't
reason.
like me.
Yeah. I was
So
like, nah. I mean, I've seen
I mean, no, like
some of
I
your
mean, like people
DMs.
that like yeah.
You showed like some
So
of your DMs on like on stream and stuff like that, and there's definitely
oh
some
yeah,
interesting people there.
oh
But,
yeah,
you know,
like
they come with the territory, I
yeah,
guess. You know, for what you, I mean, listen, similar to like, obviously it's not to the scale, but when I think about like Mr. Beast, right, like somebody
yeah,
who's like doing so much good for the world and get shit on so heavily and so constantly, it's just like, bro, like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But you know, at the end,
yeah,
just do what you want to do, and you know, you keep helping people. So,
yeah.
and also a little background for other people in the chat. I actually met Artemis through her community Discord. Um,
Hmm.
she's hosting like this speed like networking event. It's almost like speed dating, but it's just networking. You
Yeah.
talk to people. You kind of just in and out, whatever. But you have like these you know short, cool conversations. Um,
Hmm.
and you know, I think stuff like that, like little stuff like that, matters because behind the scenes, a lot of people like don't see the work you put in.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, for someone like you who's just literally just like actually trying to be there for people and grow with people and like offer advice
Hmm.
and help, I think it's dope because there's not a lot of people willing to do so. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people with a
Yeah.
platform that are not willing to extend a helping hand. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure many other people do as well. And
It's also like this sounds weird, but like it's also a way to, like I'm actually like traumatized from helping people. And that sounds weird, but like
no, I
I
get it though.
I
I get it. I get it.
oh no, it's like I'll just be transparent. It's been long enough to where like I
Mhm.
can like not feel weird about talking about it. But like
Yeah.
when I was like streaming Goose Goose Duck, I became their head moderator, lead beta tester. I was like the number one streamer in their category.
And,
Um and I made friends with people that, you know, I was playing these games with, and a lot of them were streamers. But they were, you know, smaller than I was. So you know, I was just so good at like talking to like the developers, talking to the
yeah.
community, like getting people together. Like I loved community building and I love connecting people with other people. So like I helped a lot of them become like ambassadors for the game. I always gave them like a lobby to play in because there is nothing worse than being like an Among Us streamer and not being able to like fill a lobby, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Whereas like Goose Goose Duck, like I'm like, okay, well I go live at this time. If you want a guaranteed spot in my lobby,
Yeah.
I'll you know get you in. So like I was also like giving people like content in a way, and I wasn't like asking anything for it. Like I wasn't like hot micing in the games or
Hmm.
anything like that. Like it was just like giving them a place to have a guaranteed like space for their streams. Um and like I did
there would
like
no
so
be
much for
banning of
these
Smithy.
people. And long story short, after a while you can only give people so much until you run out. And I ran out,
Mhm.
and I helped their averages so much. Like I shot someone from 3 to 45 viewers, and I ended up getting an entire like document written on me. And that's actually the
Right.
reason why I don't play the game anymore. One of the developers power tripped because he didn't like me, took my skin away, took away my moderation status. I wasn't removed as the lead beta tester, and the only reason I wasn't was because he wasn't over that department.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so it wasn't even like a mutually like agreed upon thing with the game studio. It was solely just him power tripping. And I said, I'm not gonna be your lead beta tester
Hmm.
if you're gonna let him power trip.
Absolutely not.
Um,
That's the thing.
so yeah, it was wild. But like eventually like you run out of things to give people. I was called selfish, a narcissist, manipulative. Like one
And
of one of the slam pieces, like the slam pieces they wrote on me were crazy. Like one was that at TwitchCon, I literally like landed and I immediately went to hang out with him. Like we got brunch and stuff together. But
mhm.
there's also like the TwitchCon partner party.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to bring plus ones to that. And I went by myself, and this entire trip, like, yes, I wanted to meet friends, but it was also like a networking opportunity for me because that's just like how my brain works.
Absolutely.
And I met a lot of cool people there, but like part of their thing was like Artemis didn't bring me to the partner party, or like Artemis like did things by herself that like I
Hmm.
couldn't go to, and it's like I literally I couldn't, you know,
Yeah.
like
But that's
Like
just, I feel
I
like that's so
genuinely like
weird.
couldn't. Like I can only give you so many things, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, he's just like, I can't understand his like take on why he just started going crazy, why he just started power tripping. But like,
Yeah.
that's just like, was it just jealousy? Is that it?
Yeah, and like I love the game and I love a lot of the developers. Like I'm still friends with some of the developers, so
Mhm.
like I don't want to like completely like shit on their entire company. But
You
yeah,
can.
this one guy, I mean, yeah. Um
I'm good.
this one guy, he I don't know. He didn't like that I got partnered off of his game and he apparently would like shit talk me to a lot of the creators, but it's really funny because the creators he would shit talk me to were also shit talked by him to me,
Oh
right?
shit.
So
Yeah, so he's a
like
problem child. Yeah.
yeah, we also had this like secret like creator Discord where there was another female streamer who she was the number one streamer before me and we kind of like went back and forth when I started like fizzling out of the community. But she wasn't even in there because she wasn't liked by this one developer. Even though that she was doing really well when there were people way, you know,
Yeah.
worse than her statistically and like even like as people were in there and I remember the Discord wasn't there for me one day, and this is even like before all of this went down, which is the first sign or one of the first signs I saw. I reached out to one of my friends and I was like, hey, is that Discord like not there anymore? And he was like, no, I'm still in it. So
That's
i
crazy.
i reached out to a higher up developer and because I don't want to give away who it is, but
Hmm.
he
Hey, put him on blast,
added me
baby.
back to the Discord.
Fuck
Yeah,
him
he added
up.
me back to the Discord and asked if I could sweep it under the rug. And
Mm.
the guy who did remove me wouldn't admit to it and he acted really confused. But they deleted the welcome channel, so none of the other creators could see that
See
Artemis
that?
Frostt got removed
That's
from this
crazy.
Discord, you know?
That's crazy.
And they couldn't see that I joined back. There was no proof of it.
That's
It's like they
insane.
would do like sleazy things like that. Like even though I was like the best performing one. And it was funny too. Like I was the only PG-13 streamer. So like I was the only like
You were
safe space for like
PG-13?
mhm. I still have on my main account. Yeah, this is my
Really?
alt account for people that are yeah. I started I was PG-13 because I had so many different like strategies to like hit partner or whatever. But like there were so many like 18 plus streamers that I decided I was gonna be the PG-13 streamer. Because I can't be PG-13. You know, I grew up like super sheltered, like not hard for me.
Shit, I can't be.
Um,
I get canceled. What? Fuck
okay, but
that.
the thing with this game was, though, a lot of the adults were so immature that I would rather have played with the teenagers than them. So I was like a safe space for like as long as you're allowed to be on Twitch, you can be in my lobbies, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
And it was also a way to keep out the 18 plus streamers because it's not even that they were 18 plus in like language and like jokes and stuff. Like they were like TOS like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like they were having like virtual orgies, like while playing an Among
That's
Us style
crazy.
game. It was crazy. It
That's
was
crazy,
like
bro.
I was uncomfortable as an adult, and it's like
Wow.
this isn't even 18 plus anymore. This is like rated X TOS. Like you should be banned right now. Like it was bad. So like in a way, like the PG-13 was not only to allow
Yeah.
teenagers to actually feel comfortable in a stream, but
It
I
was just
could
being
also
weird.
like
Yeah.
protect them from that. But it also kept them away from me because I also didn't want to be
Yeah.
a part of that.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's weird.
Um,
That's weird as fuck.
so it was actually really nice being PG-13. Like even though like they're like you can't cuss and stuff, like it was literally my best case scenario, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm in love with cursing. I love
That's
it too
fair.
much. No, I'm not in love with cursing. I just naturally like curse. And I'm just
Yeah.
like naturally like not a PG-13 streamer. I don't say
Yeah.
wild like crazy shit, but like I just don't like PG-13 has
Yeah.
never been my avenue.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I like to be me. And actually like
Yeah.
leading to the next question, I wanted to ask you, where does authenticity rank, for you in the space? Meaning like,
Hmm.
a lot of streamers, I feel like maybe put on a persona, or some people in
Yeah.
content will put on persona. But how do you feel about
Yeah.
authenticity versus like the whole persona?
Yeah, I honestly think it depends. So like I feel like I have been a lot more authentic in stream. And it's not that I necessarily don't think I was before,
Mm,
but if you go to my streams within like my first year and a half, um I am not chilled and laid back. Like I am this like loud,
mm,
obnoxious, funny, witty, like I would not shut the fuck. But like I was like loud about it. Like I was like people would ask me how many cups of coffee I had that day. And like it was like bonkers off the wall. So like it's not even that I was a different person.
Yeah.
But I thought for what I was streaming and the audience that I had, the more extroverted I pretended to be and the more loud I pretended to be, the best it would like work for me, I guess. And that was the case at the time. But I don't necessarily like have that audience anymore, so I have kind of been a little more, I don't know if tame is the right word, but like
but just like mellowed out.
But I'm more like open and honest about my like different struggles and stuff, and like I don't really like hide stuff anymore. Like not that I was like hiding important stuff on stream, but like I wouldn't talk about how bad like my mental health was at the time, you know. But now it's like I can sit down and say like I was in a really like rough spot. Like and this is something like when you were talking about the influencer thing, like who's like your biggest influence? I would say like right now like I'm not influenced by anything that Mr. Beast does per se. Because there's nothing that I'm changing, but I've been like watching a lot of his stuff like really carefully just to see how his brain works and like
he's different.
I'm not willing to sacrifice as much as he is. And but on a smaller scale, like I completely relate to a lot of stuff that he says and like I completely like understand where he's coming from. And I could see the process of how his mind and like how his brain works like took him to like where he is today. Like I don't know, like the interview, I think I told you about it. Like
last night.
Like it's so fascinating like how he like operates because it's like this is the stuff that I want to like shove down people's throat. Like I don't think your mental health is like unimportant, right? Like I struggle with like that's actually why I didn't do cross country in college is from anxiety. Like I have arthritis and like knee issues and all that stuff. I would have dealt with it if it weren't for the anxiety. A little off track for a second, but like I was first place in a race and I looked at my watch to see what my mile split was. And my coach also like called it out. And I don't remember what it was. It was a 5K, so it was probably like 5 something, I don't know. But it was like a chill, like laid back meet or whatever. But as soon as I looked at my mile split, I saw the little heart icon that told me what my heart rate was. And my heart rate was 275. I was a like 100-pound like 5'1" runner. And like my resting heart rate would be in the 40s, you know, because I ran so much. Like my cardio was so good and my heart was so good. But it said my heart rate was 275. I immediately like stepped off the course and disqualified myself. Like they had like an ambulance there and stuff. It was wild. And I learned that I and my coach just like put so much like pressure on me that I developed anxiety to the point where it was literally giving me like health issues. Like I was getting like not even just chest pains, but like my heart rate getting that high is like super dangerous. I even have this like chronic cough, which is why I started playing music on my streams. I used to not, but I have this like silent cough that I'll do, especially like if I don't like notice it, and like my friends will like call me out for it, and like it's not like a tick per se, like it's like an unconscious tick, I guess. But like I can stop it if I notice that I'm doing it. But that's why I didn't end up running in college. So like I have really bad anxiety. Like I'm not telling people to like fuck their mental health, but like even Mr. Beast said it on his interview. He said that if he cared about his mental health enough, he wouldn't be where he is today.
That's facts.
And honestly, like when I got Twitch partner, like I see people all the time, they're like, yeah, I'm not gonna go live because I don't want to. Like I think there's a difference between like I don't think anyone should like off themselves, you know, for content. Like that's crazy. That's insane. Absolutely. But I think that like cross country like honestly like helped me in terms of like mental toughness, you know. I think that like sometimes you just have to get the fuck over it and do things that you don't necessarily want to do, you know. Like if I cared about my mental health, I would not have hit Twitch partner, you know.
To piggyback over that, you've mentioned it a couple times now, but like in times like you know your adversity and the things that you've dealt with, like what like how did you get over it? Like what was your main thing that you either went to or like what was like your safe space, safe place, whatever the case may be? You didn't?
Oh, I didn't. No, it was actually really bad. So you know, again, I was in college full time. I had a job. I was juggling all these things. I was driving 3 hours total every day to go live. You know, I wasn't sleeping well. Like I was trying to keep my social life. Like, you know, and I hit partner in 6 months throughout all of that. And no, like I didn't deal with it. And it was actually really bad. That was actually my best points of my streaming career were actually when I was at my absolute lowest and I didn't really tell people about it. It was one of those things where like I was fairly close with my mods and it got to a point where they were like, "Hey Artemis, like after stream we should do like game nights and stuff," because I
Yeah.
wasn't doing things for myself like at all. Like I wasn't giving myself time to just like chill. Um so like my mods, they're freaking saints. Like they would literally have these like, let's do like 18 plus like Cards Against Humanity, you know, because I was a PG-13 streamer, we couldn't get anything like any fun
Yeah.
jokes like out or whatever. So they would quite literally like they built this, not that we weren't already friends, but like they would build this sense of like you're okay and you can like
Yeah, like
talk
yeah,
to us and
exactly. We got
you
your
can
back.
take a break, you can breathe, you know, like you don't
Yeah.
have to be like on like 24/7, you know. So yeah, no, I quite literally didn't really do anything about it. And I even had like my head moderator at the time, he would do like so much for me too. Like he would try and take like loads off of me because I had so many ideas and I was doing so many things where it's like I think I was crazy. Like now looking at
Yeah.
how much I was doing, it paid off. But like it was wild, like the amount of I was just doing all at once. Like every single time I went live, like I updated something new, and I had like like I
It was
was
just a lot.
constantly like updating my streams. So like yeah, like there's no way you get partner in 6 months if you're not
It's insane.
updating everything you're doing every single
Every
day.
day, yeah.
And like I was hosting like Discord events and like I was just nonstop. So like he was a freaking saint too. Like
Yeah.
he did so much for me. Like he helped me build my Discord. He would even like do things before I even like asked him to. And honestly like he's honestly the reason that I kept streaming. I wanted to quit before I hit partner.
Mhm.
But as soon as I hit affiliate, he literally looked at me and he was like, we were in a call and he was like, you just hit affiliate in 7 days and this is the track you're
7 days
going
is
off of. And
crazy.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, he was like, based off of your motivation, you're getting Twitch partner in a year. And I'm like, huh? He was like, yeah. He was like, I want to be along for this journey. You're hitting
Fire.
Twitch partner in a year. And he stuck with me like the entire time. Um,
So
yeah, it
your
was,
peoples were there for you, and they kind of just helped you
yeah,
through it.
yeah,
Okay, so what would you say to somebody or even like you now? What would you say to like that version of
yeah,
you? Like, what advice would you offer that? Because there's plenty of people who like have like similar things going on, whether it's health issues or like
yeah,
mental blocks and such.
yeah. Um, Honestly, I don't know, because I also have like a lot of like chronic health issues. Like I don't know if you know what like endometriosis is. But I have like a
I don't
fairly
think
late
so.
stage of it. It's basically, sorry for all the guys that are here, but
Hmm.
it's basically during like girl's period or whatever,
Yeah.
like the lining of like your uterus shreds or whatever. Mine does that on like the outside as well, and it doesn't like completely like leave, and it leaves like cysts and like lesions and stuff, and it's to the point where like I can't even like get out of bed sometimes.
Goddamn.
And my endo stuff, it doesn't even just affect me like on my period. It's before it'll last like sometimes 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then it'll like randomly hit when it's yeah. So it's pretty bad. There's like different stages of it. So like some people have it and they're not like affected by it. I wish I was like that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, yeah.
honestly, it's one of those things where like I don't know if I would change anything that I did, and I honestly don't think that there's anything that I could say or do to stop my past self from like I don't know, because I feel like if I tried to change anything, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am.
Where
You
you're
know,
now,
like
yeah,
I think that
absolutely.
everything happened for a reason. So like I
I
don't
believe
even
that.
think that there's anything I would change. But like yeah, I don't know. So when it came to like at the beginning of my streaming career, I literally like did nothing to like help myself. Like I just kind of like suffered and
Yeah, you
struggled and
suffered. Yeah.
whatnot. Um yeah. I don't even remember what the original question was.
Nah, it was just more like what would you say to somebody who's like going through similar problems, similar adversity? But I mean, like,
Yeah.
growing through it, and then like leaning on people is something that recently I've begun to do too. Like just
Yeah.
sometimes you need help. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't just shoulder everything by yourself. So I
Yeah.
I've learned to like lean on people and ask for help a little bit more now, even though I hate doing it. But
Yeah.
sometimes you need it. So
I
get over
also
your
think
ego.
that like it also sucks, but like the algorithm doesn't care about your mental health,
Oh
like
yeah,
at all.
100%. Yeah, when it comes to success, so like, so I was gonna say this question a little bit for later, but I guess I'll ask you now. Like, um,
Okay.
in terms of like, because I'm thinking like a little bit about what you're saying, and like I saw the Mr. Beast interview as well. Everything he was doing and everything you're doing like is
Hmm.
long term goal to be successful. But like, what does success mean to you? Like, what is your version of success, or how do you measure it?
Yeah. Um, I don't know. So I'm pretty like hard on myself. Like literally the lowest point of my streaming career, like or the highest point of my streaming career when I was at my lowest. So like it's really hard when you're at a low
It's
point
probably
to like
faded.
appreciate like how well you're actually succeeding.
Yeah,
But I think what really helped me, like I don't think that I've succeeded to a point where like I want to be, but like
absolutely.
I'm able to be full time, you know. So like, I have succeeded in a way, you
Okay.
know. It's not where I want to end up, but you know, I have found success in it, you know. Um, so I don't know. I think that after I got out of my goose goose duck niche and I was like looking for more, I
Mhm.
think that my version of success is being found impressive by unimpressible people. And what I
Okay.
mean by that is like Ghost, for example. I wanted to join Ghost when my average was not, you know, as good as it was.
Yeah.
And they were impressed by everything I did before. And they were like, honestly, like the fact that you were able to do all of this, first off, they were like, you need a break, you know? Like
Yeah.
you would need a
Absolutely.
moment to just like chill out. But they were like, we could see you doing so many things. So like I got into like my like interview call with Ghost or whatever, and it had nothing to do with me trying to convince them to let me join. It
Yeah.
was like 45 minutes was them trying to convince me to
To
join.
join. That's fire.
And like I
But
wasn't
sometimes,
talking during all of it because they were yapping so much. But like I was literally like crying, you know, because
yeah.
like I ended up being able to like work and like do so many things, and it's like being told that like I am doing well, and like having people go out of their way to even say that, like
Yeah.
people that like I didn't even think would like reach out to me or even like knew who I was. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
like stupid, but
No, no,
like
it's not.
yeah.
The fact that they're acknowledging you and like definitely.
Yeah, like so like if you're able to go out of your way and like network and make connections, and like they are not only like willing to connect with you, but they're able to say positive things about you.
Absolutely.
I think that yeah.
I mean, I think that speaks to like not only your character but your work ethic as well.
Yeah.
Like that isn't just that doesn't happen for just anybody and everybody. Especially like
Hmm.
an org like Ghost. Like when I think of Ghost,
Yeah.
like I think of like before I met you and the other people, I'm like, all right, Ghost Aiden and like a lot of these other creators that
Yeah.
were like just super super big. So when I hear Ghost, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that is insane. But like,
Yeah.
let's say like not me,
Mhm.
but like let's say like people was trying to get into orgs such as Ghost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How would you advise them to go about it? Or is it just a matter of like, oh, just apply, shoot your shot, and that's it?
Oh, that's the funny thing is like let's say if you think of like a really big brand, if you
Mhm.
apply, there's a chance they might not even see it.
Oh,
And like if you
100%.
send an email, they might not see it. So
100%.
um I actually have like a bunch of like pros and cons of like joining orgs and stuff. But there's a
Definitely.
lot of people who think that like yeah, there's a lot of people who think that like if you join an org, they're gonna help you grow. You know? Whereas I'll just speak for Ghost because I don't know about any other ones. But a lot of orgs want streamers who already know how to grow. You know, they want
True.
people who already know how to get shit done. They don't want to ask you to do stuff. They don't want to ask you to be involved. They don't want to ask you to go out of your way and, you know, meet other people in the org. They don't want to
Yeah.
they don't want to pull legs to force you to do stuff. They want people who are already motivated and driven. And if you're not motivated and driven, like a lot of people in Ghost, like we're very like if you want something, you get it kind of people.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no excuses. Like if I want this, like I'm gonna get it. You know,
All right.
and then that's the attitude you have to have with a lot
I
of
like
things.
that.
And
I like that.
that doesn't mean like if I want to work with this specific brand, I'm gonna get it. It's more so like if you want to work something in that niche or realm, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know, like don't be a freaking like arrogant, you know, snob
Yeah.
about it. But Yeah, like when I wanted to join Ghost, like I was DMing them, I was DMing their management, I was emailing them. I was doing like everything. Like I would even like you have to like be really strategic about things, you know. I want to get their attention on social media, but I assumed that they were getting so much on social media that like I would go live and I told everyone I had this like really important thing that I needed everyone to participate in. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna post this tweet at this exact time, and I need all of you guys to comment vouch at the exact
At the
same
same time,
time and
I
at
like that.
Ghost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we can have like imagine just having like 50 ats at the exact same time
Absolutely.
hit vouching for this one creator
That's fair.
and doing that like multiple times. But like the way that I joined Ghost, and you never know what like different connections are going to bring you. I was actually applying
True.
to be an ambassador for the Game Hers. I was also nominated for an award, and if I didn't push to be nominated for that award, and if
Yeah.
I didn't apply to be an ambassador, I would not have been invited to this VIP party.
Yeah.
And the CEO of the Game Hers like introduced herself and whatnot. So I went up to her after she introduced herself because there is no way I'm going all the way to this VIP party to not at least just introduce myself. So I
Absolutely.
introduced myself. We talked for a little bit. Now, I don't think that there's anything wrong with having multiple motives for something. Obviously, this is something I'm applying for. I'm
Of course.
nominated for, an award. Like I am applying to be an ambassador. I obviously cared about the game her, so I don't want people to think that I was being sleazy. But, I want to introduce myself. But she also mentioned in her intro that Ghost was like thank you to Ghost for helping like host this event.
Absolutely.
And in my head, I'm like, I've been wanting to join Ghost for like a couple weeks now. So I was like, hey, so like, you also mentioned that like Ghost is like hosting the event. I was like, is there anyone from like Ghost here for me to talk
Yeah,
to? Like I've
representatives.
been
Yeah.
trying to like, reach out to them. And she was like, yeah, you seem like super chill. She was like, the CEO of Ghost is actually like right over there. I can
That's
introduce you to
fire.
him if you want me to. So this lady that I just introduced myself to 5 minutes ago because I put on such a good impression is now willing to introduce me to the CEO of Ghost.
Nah,
So
that's
these
fire.
are two
That's fire.
connections that I'm making. So, and this is another thing. Like have an elevator pitch ready. Like
Elevator
he
pitch is
he
crazy.
asked, what do you do? And I had 30 to 60 seconds to sell this man, the CEO of Ghost,
Yeah.
me. That's intimidating, but I just went for it. And he was like, "Cool, are you gonna be here at the award show tomorrow night?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay, we'll talk." And I'm like,
We'll talk. Fire. Fire.
"Okay." So I go to this awards show, and it was so painful. I was wearing like 6-inch heels for like
Goddamn.
6+ hours, and like I couldn't walk the next day. But I suffered for the conversation. The conversation lasted like 10 seconds. Um,
Hey,
but
important 10
yeah,
seconds. The
but
best
you
10
know what?
seconds.
Importance in seconds. I ended up joining Ghost. It was great.
That's
But
fire.
yeah, like you have to make connections and you have to network. And if you don't, yeah, that's the thing. You have to know people, and if you don't know people, get to know
Figure it
people.
out.
You know,
Yeah. No,
because
see,
like
you
I
can
didn't
network
have
with.
connections. Like if you don't know people, get to know people. Like you have to know
I like
people.
that though. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I like that. And I guess like for you at your current, the current standing where you are right now.
Yeah.
You talked about how like before you noticed how big you were, and now it's kind of like you notice where you're at, and you're trying to find your way.
Yeah.
Do you still have like the same like drive that you had back then, or is
No.
it no?
No. The most like real answer I can give is no. And it's not even because I don't have the same like passion for it. It's just it's like one of those things like the best way I can describe it, I've never been a DJ, but like imagine being
Yeah.
a DJ and no one's dancing, you know? But
Yeah.
imagine you're doing really well and you have this really fire song playing and you have everyone in the room dancing with you. So it's not necessarily that I lost my like passion for it per
Yeah.
se. It's just I haven't found that like new song yet. Like I haven't
Okay.
found that new thing that got not only like other people but like me like riled up again.
Okay.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with it either. Like I think it's totally normal to like go in and out of like motivation and like a drive and whatnot. But I mean, as
Yeah.
long as you still are like passionate about it and you're figuring it out.
No, absolutely. What's your favorite part
Yeah.
about streaming?
Honestly, this sounds so weird because I'm introverted, but people like I've always loved
That
like
makes sense though. That adds up. That adds up.
I've always loved community building. Like even like video work. The reason that I loved my old job so much is that I was introverted, right? And I really wanted to like go to like different things, but like I maybe I didn't want to participate, you know?
Yeah.
So like I could go to these events and I can like meet all of these cool people. But I was able to do what I like and they were able to do what they like. But
Facts.
I was able to like live in their world for a little bit, you know? So like rock climbers, like I have no reason to go to like the bouldering caves and like the rock climbing
Rock
areas.
climbing is
But
fire. I love rock climbing.
yeah, but I was able to because I was the videographer, you know? So like I think rock climbing is like cool as heck now, you know?
Yeah.
But like, and like I got to like see into their world, like I became friends with them. So I love like putting myself putting myself into like a position to where like I'm meeting new people even if it's not like normal. Like the
Okay.
normal way to meet people,
Yeah.
you know?
I
Yeah.
mean, I think
I don't know if
honestly,
that's
I feel like nowadays, like
Oh,
social
it's definitely
media
more normal.
is way more normal. Like, but
Yeah.
before it was kind of like not taboo, but like it was kind of like
Yeah.
people didn't know how they
But
felt
it's
about
like
it.
if
But
I
now
wasn't a
it's like, yeah,
videographer, like I would have never became friends with those people.
true.
Or like if I didn't start streaming and if I didn't hit a low point and I didn't start posting on Twitter to help myself, like I would have never met you.
That's
You
true.
know?
That's true.
So
No,
it's like
I appreciate
like
it. I appreciate it.
even though like I hate low points that I have, like if you can find ways to like pivot,
Yeah.
like you can still make it a positive. Like you can get stuff out of it, you know?
No, I mean, listen, I've told you already, like, during the networking event, but like I was at like a
Yeah.
pretty like weird junction because, I came
Mhm.
down here to like, try to like stream and take it full, take it serious,
Yeah.
take it full time. But I just felt like I was like kind of stagnant. I was kind of stuck. I didn't really know which way I wanted to go. And then one of your
Yeah.
tweets actually had resonated because it was like, learn how to brand yourself and learn how to promote yourself in a way that,
Yeah.
is gonna, use your natural ability to just, speak to the
Yeah.
masses. So that's when I started coming up with ideas like this interview podcast, and just a bunch of other ideas that came from that. So, like I said before, I appreciate that. I thank you for that. And that was just that was a similar time where I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. But
Yeah.
nah, it was super cool, and I'm glad to have met you because now I'm networking with other people from your community as well. So
Yeah.
I think now is like I'm in a good spot right now, but I feel like now more than ever is a great time to like network and just explore new ideas more or
Yeah.
less. You know what I mean? Um, Another question I had for you was what's the biggest thing you've learned throughout your career, so to speak? Because it's still ongoing, but what so
Mm.
far what has like hit you the most?
Honestly, like outside of like being naturally good at like certain things, like just like learning from like other people
Mm,
and like letting like honestly like if people want to help you, like let them. You know, if somebody wants your help, help them, you know. Like
yeah.
obviously if there's like red flags and different things like that. Honestly, like I hate when people view other people as like competition, you know,
Okay.
because, when I was like going for, a Twitch partner or whatever, my friends who were averaging 50 or 60 viewers, they could have been like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like I hate that you're doing better than me. But instead they were like, I'm so happy for you. And they, when they would end their streams, like they would raid me and they're like, I want
Sure.
you
Sure.
to
Sure.
have this, you know? So like if you can build up like not even just like connections in terms of like industry, but like if you can make these like actual like genuine friendships and connections with other streamers
Yeah.
without coming across as like wanting something out of it, like it can go so far because like I put so much time into like helping streamers that were like smaller than me,
Yeah.
but when I was almost like at partner, like even those raids didn't count at the time, like
Yeah.
if you told people to like refresh, it could count eventually. But like I was helping like all of these like smaller creators, like they were the ones that like helped push me like over that edge, you know.
Okay.
I think I would have hit Twitch partner eventually, but like they helped it like, happen faster, you know. So like I was gaining genuinely nothing but friendship from these people. And realistically, they were gaining more, on the streaming side than
Of
I
course.
was. But then like eventually they're like, "Oh, you know, even though I only have like 5 or 10 viewers, like if we all like come together and like help her like get over this like little edge, then like we can actually like help her, you know?
Absolutely.
So yeah, it doesn't even matter like how small or large somebody is. I would say that like if you want to be friends with them, be friends with them, you know? Like don't have like other motives that come out of it. And like moderators help so much. Like
Yeah.
I have grown so close to like a lot of them. Like yeah, moderators are super important. And even not even just like in a sense of like, oh, they'll like delete, you know, bad tweets. And, you know, honestly,
Mm.
I've done a really bad job at like, you know, hanging out with people like casually in
Yeah.
Discords and stuff just because like honestly, I'm not like depressed or whatever, but like I've kind of like let myself taken a step back from like okay, I'm gonna step away from like being in calls with people and whatnot. And like
Of course.
I have been in like my creator Discord, but no, honestly, like having like really like solid mods, because I wouldn't have continued streaming if it
If it wasn't for
weren't
your mods.
for yeah, if it weren't for T Hal, who like was the original guy who said you don't know
UTL.
what lurking means.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I would not have. Yeah,
No, I feel that.
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
have known
listen,
anything or
I
done
love
anything.
my mods. I love my community, but honestly, like for me, it's like everyone who I try to come across or whoever comes to my community, I always want to make it feel like,
Mhm.
we family. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
there's people who I've been acquainted with or I've known for like 4 years now. I got like little
yeah,
brothers in the community who has been like, we started gaming with them when they were like 13, and now they're like
yeah,
about to go to college, and I'm like, bro, like what's like? It feels like a sibling. Like it's just weird,
yeah.
but I would try to establish that family connection, that family culture, because
Hmm.
that's just who I am, and that's just how I roll. Plus, I have the luxury of having like dope people like me. It's my dog.
Yeah,
He's also my graphic designer, but it's just people. They're a lot closer to me, and they're a lot. They're all fortunately are cool, and they believe in you. You know what I'm saying? When you have
yeah,
that edge and that push and that constant like reminder that people actually believe in you, I think that's like a good testament. So
yeah.
I do like that. I do like that a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't even expect it to. Like I like this.
it's random. It just happens at random.
Yeah, like it was like and it's wild to think that like if I didn't go live my very first stream ever
That's crazy.
at that specific time on that specific category and he didn't randomly click on my stream, being my first stream ever, like
Yeah,
I like we would have never met and I probably like wouldn't be here. Like I don't know. It's crazy.
absolutely. No, I think everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. Always will, even amidst like the worst stuff. Everything happens for a
Yeah.
reason. So I love that. I actually do love that. And shout out to all the mods. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all doing y'all thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And mods we trust, baby. We appreciate y'all.
Mods we
And
try.
mods we trust, baby. You know what I'm saying? Um, a couple questions left. Where do you see yourself in a couple years? Or
Honestly,
have you had that talk yet with yourself, or like you still figuring it out?
yeah, I mean, so I would like to keep streaming. I don't see myself just streaming in the long run. So I kind of like screwed myself over. Like as cool as it is to say like, "Oh, yeah, I you know, got
Yeah,
this far without posting on social media or whatever."
yeah.
I think I see myself like, you know, just like I did with streaming, just getting over like a new fear and like actually starting on like other types of
Platforms.
content.
Yeah,
Like outside of streaming, yeah, like other platforms and stuff. Whether it be like, you know, YouTube Shorts, you know, whatever. So I
that's where
see
it's at.
myself focusing like heavier on there, yeah. Um, but no, honestly, I would really like to. I want to keep streaming and making content, but I would really like to have like, not that this isn't a real job, but like an actual like job that's stable where I'm doing something in the realm of like community management, talent management. Um, and like I don't want to do it on like a small scale. Like I want to work
On a
with
big
like
scale,
a
okay.
place that's already like established. Because I just feel like I'm like itching to like
Yeah.
help not only just like help other streamers, like I thought that this would help, but it's only like fueled it more. Whereas like I just really want to like take a brand or a company and just like go ham, you know? Because
Okay.
like I can't do that for other people. Like I can give people advice all day or whatnot, but
Of course.
like I would love to like have like be like a like community director or like an event person or like a talent manager, something like that. So I could definitely see myself still doing content, but like really heavily
More on that
focusing
side.
on stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Is that something you're like working towards, like doing right now with Ghost, or
Oh
like?
yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
No, I've been putting my names in a few hats.
I was gonna say because you have
Very
like
excited.
you have a knack for it, and like that's kind of like what you
Yeah.
have been doing, like
Yeah.
recently. So
Yeah.
that's
So
cool
it's
though. That's
probably
dope.
actually gonna happen a lot sooner than later.
Hey, listen, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm shooting big for some things and I'm shooting realistic for other things, and I'm just kind of like seeing
Hey, man,
what says yes, what says
just
no.
shoot and see what
Um,
happens. That's all it is, man. I
yeah.
personally like the whole like I am realistic. I am. But at the same time, it's
Mhm.
like I'm also delusional, to a fault, but
Yeah.
also to a good degree because I feel like when I think about something, and even if it seems too tall, I feel like it makes me
Mhm.
want to do it more. It gives me that drive. It gives me
Yeah.
that itch. It gives me that that hunger. So I don't
Yeah.
try to tame that side really. Um,
Yeah, honestly,
even
you
if it is
should never
delusional.
like
Even if it is
you no,
delusional.
no, like literally don't hold yourself back on things because like there are some things that like I applied for that were so far-fetched and then they said yes to me.
Absolutely.
Like the CEO
Absolutely.
of Twitch, I DM'd him and I asked because he said on his stream, I was in there for like not very long, but he mentioned that he wanted to learn how to play Fortnite.
That's
So
insane.
in my head, I'm like, how many people actually talk to the CEO of Twitch?
True.
Everyone probably thinks that like he is so flooded with stuff. What are the odds that he isn't? So
He
I
probably isn't, honestly.
DM'd. Yeah, I mean he might be now because
Yeah.
I told people
You
how
cracked the code?
I
Yeah. Yeah.
got his like contacts and
Yeah.
stuff. But like I literally DM'd him on Discord and I was like, "Hey, I saw on your stream that you wanted to play Fortnite." So not only did I
Appreciate you,
establish that
Patty.
like, "Hey, I have watched you and I know that this is something you said, so like I'm not a bot, like you said this. Would you like for me to teach you how to play Fortnite? I'm not the best, I'm not a pro, but I think it'd be really entertaining." And I like sent him like my stream or whatever, and he said yes. Like, who
That's
who would have
insane.
thought that like
That's
the CEO of
insane.
Twitch will say yeah? Like I taught him how to play Fortnite, I taught him how to play Among Us, like
That's insane.
yeah.
Teaching them Fortnite is crazy because, like, if you think about the
Oh
Fortnite
yeah.
era of Twitch, it's like that's how Twitch even like blew up. Like, or maybe
Yeah.
not
And the
blew up,
fact that
but like,
I taught him
you
how
know,
to I actually that was his first time like actually playing like a video game too.
that's crazy.
Yeah, like he's played like Tetris before. That's what he said, like in terms of like
Tetris is
gaming. And I'm
insane.
like,
That is not
yeah,
gaming, bro. Like,
I
what?
had to teach him like WASD. I had to teach him how to like jump in Fortnite. Like,
Poor guy.
yeah.
Poor
Yeah. It
guy
was a
is
lot of
struggling,
fun though.
man.
I mean, yeah,
No,
it's a
that's actually
struggle.
really dope though. Like, that's really really dope, and I, I'm probably I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't try to text him now and be like, yo, like you trying to play games? Like, I think that your
Yeah.
ship is so. I'm glad you got to take full advantage of it though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. But
I think people just need to like realistically think about like how many people are actually doing
yeah.
this. Like how many people want to do this and how many people are actually going about it in the right way, you
No,
know?
true. That's very very true.
Yeah.
Okay, and another question I had, what is, or I mean, you kind of talked about like instances of like where you weren't doing too good, but is there
Yeah.
any specific instance where you had like your biggest
Mhm.
failure? Like everything
Ooh.
just came crashing down, like, bruh, fuck
Yeah,
me.
I don't know. Are you cool if we get sad for a second?
Sure.
Up to you.
Listen, I don't care. I don't care.
I
You know what I'm
mean, that
saying? But
honestly.
you know what I'm saying? Like if you got to put them in
So
the fields, do it.
hold on, wait. So what was the question again exactly?
No, no. So I was saying, what basically what was your biggest failure? Like, is there a time where everything was just like crashing down, and then something you had done
Yeah.
was just like complete failure?
Um,
With Tetris.
I don't know. Honestly, I think that I mean, you could see it as like my first biggest failure, I guess, was letting myself get like as low as I did because like
Mm.
I hit Twitch partner and it was this like huge like celebration. I was like, oh my gosh, you finally did it. Um, but like I was like struggling, you
No,
know.
fair.
So like, was it a fail? Was it a success? Like, I still don't know. I think it was both, honestly.
It
I
could
think
be.
I think it was both. That was my first like biggest one. And like I was like really struggling because it's like, okay, I hit this goal. And I think that's like the thing. Like I don't like goals that are like, oh, like I want to hit like 1,000 followers. Like I make goals like on Twitter, it's like I want to meet these requirements
Yeah.
to get monetized. Not even for the sake of monetization. I
Yep.
just want to hit these goals to prove that I can. So when I hit affiliate and everyone was telling me like, oh, you can get this you know, within a year.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I have to now. Like I'm going to, you know. So like I didn't even want Twitch partner for any other reason besides like to prove that I could hit these
That's
goals,
insane.
you know. But
Everybody
then
wants
like
partner.
yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. I didn't actually think it was realistic, you know. But then, I like people told me that I could, and there's nothing worse, like when you're told that, like, and Mr. Beast said this, like when you're told that like you can't do something, like it makes you want to do it.
Absolutely.
But when people say that you can do something, and multiple people are telling you that, it's like,
damn.
Imagine how like even worse it would feel to not get that.
I know. I know.
Like that's like even worse, you know? So it's like I have to. So I mean I hit it at the expense to what? I don't know. Like after you hit Twitch partner, like think about it. Like what's your next goal?
True.
Like on Twitch. Like there is no next goal. Like the only goals you can go after that is like, you know, more goals like, oh, like I want to try and hit 10K followers, or oh, I want to try, like I didn't care about my average or followers. Like I wanted to build a community and hit these goals, you know, that like these platforms were giving me. But like I already hit that. And the cool thing with like YouTube is like you have different levels to it, you know, like you get a play button.
Absolutely.
And then once you get a play button, you get another play button. And then you get another play button. You know, like you always have something. And like yes, it's like a subscriber. Yeah. Like technically it is like a follower goal, but like it's not the point of it's the point that like it is a platform goal.
Yeah.
You know, and it like you get like an achievement out of that. Like you get like an accomplishment out of that. So I think my biggest thing was I hit partner so fast. I was like, shit, like what do I do next? You know, like what do I do? And like, you know, I kept playing like Goose Goose Duck and I kept doing what I was doing and it was working out, you know? But like I lost the sense of like motivation. Like I felt like I didn't have anything to work for. You like, yes, I could have like gone to a different platform, but like I put so much time in, like I was like tunnel visioned on streaming, you know, like I was so, you know, so I wouldn't necessarily like consider this like a biggest fail, but like a really, really low moment that I had, I guess, would I was like I was struggling through that, you know, and I wasn't very like open about it like at all. I pretended like I was like completely fine, like we hit partner W, let's continue as normal. And you know, my views kept going up, my follower count was, you know, my community was growing, everything was going well. Until I got a message from THAL, my head mod at the time. But it was in third person and I was live. I would do these things where like I would always do like community lobbies, right?
Okay.
But then like every Saturday I would do these like streamer lobbies.
Gotcha.
And they were a lot of fun. So you know, doing collaborations, like it's not that they weren't my favorite, but like I love prioritizing like my community because like they were the reason that like I was where I was at. So I would do streamer lobbies and then I would make sure that I did community lobbies on the same day, like right afterwards. But so I was in this like streamer lobby and it was stacked. Like half of these people were like way larger than I was, and I somehow convinced them to, you know, play these games with me. But I got this message from my head mod and he wasn't in my stream and it was in third person. And I thought it was a prank at first. Like it was a message telling me that he like passed away. I was like stunned. I was confused. But it like his first name is the same as like one of my exes. So like we had a joke where like he would never actually like say his name. Because like I would joke and be like, ew, no, you know. But like he like it was like written in third person with his name. And I was like, this is a joke, right? Like what are you even talking about? And they had no idea that I was live. But like my face, like you just see it drop and stuff. And like honestly, like that wrecked me so hard. I can't even consider it like a failure, but it was like such a low point. Not even for me, but like my entire community in general. Like he was such like and like integral part of it. And it's not even one of those things where like I talk so highly about him like after the fact. Like I like
always have.
He was one of my like closest friends, you know. But yeah, no, that like hit us like really, really hard. It was like I cared about him so much that like his parents like reached out to me because like they knew about me from him, you know. And they knew that it was like important to tell me, which I like super appreciated. Like they let me fly across the country to like go to his funeral and stuff, which is like super nice. We were close. But yeah, so that hit heavy for like months, honestly. Like that I don't want to say it didn't ruin our community, you know, like
Absolutely, no, no,
I
no.
would never say that, but like
It was just a big
it
loss.
was
It's a
hard
heavy
for me
loss.
to, yeah, it was
Yeah.
hard for me to go live. It was hard for people to like be in my streams like without them there and stuff. But yeah, no, so I wouldn't say that's a fail, but that was like that was probably the lowest point that like I've ever hit with streaming. And I don't think that I handled it like poorly or whatever. Like I think it actually helped me be more honest about like my emotions and stuff, because like there were things that would happen like off stream and stuff, and like
Yeah.
my mental struggles I was dealing with. Like it's one of those things where like it doesn't have to be on Twitch, you know? Like
Absolutely.
I'll just play games, like, and even like I would do this thing where like before I went live, I would drive and I would blast music for 15 minutes. I would give
Yeah.
myself like one like sad song or like emo song to get out of my system, and then the rest I would belt like happy songs, and I would gaslight myself into being like happy. And honestly, like and it works. Like people say like if you smile, like eventually it'll
Yeah.
become real. You know? So
That's crazy.
it was like method
That's
acting in a
crazy.
way. Yeah. Like I would literally go on drives every day before my streams, and I would hype myself up with these like really like nice songs. So like I had a nice energy like coming on a stream, like I
I
was
always
good, I
do.
was ready.
Music always got to
Yeah.
be.
And it helped a lot, but I think at that point it helped me, you know, like it's okay to do that, you know, like it's okay to hype yourself up. It's okay to like want to be this like positive, energetic person, but like I think it really helped me like show like everyday emotions, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I like I mean obviously like I cried on stream, you know.
Oh, I don't
I was
cry.
able to have
I'm
these
good.
like real conversations, you know. And it not only like helped me like in a therapeutic way, because these were the only people that understood what I was
Understood.
feeling,
Yeah.
but it was also like I I don't know. I felt more comfortable being able to like open up to people, because people were like, we like, not that we like what happened, but like we like that you're able to like talk about this like on stream and
Yeah.
like open up and stuff. So that was a really low point. Honestly, like the whole document stuff was another low point. That actually happened not very long after that, which
Oh
sucks.
my God. Back to back. Yeah.
Because yeah, I was still grieving. A lot of my community was still grieving, and then I get hit with like, not only am I mean I was like a robot, you know, like the days where I was just getting through it, you know. Um and then I get slammed with that. It was rough. Like I didn't speak about it publicly. I didn't say anything. I was just like a shell, because at that point it's like I don't even know who to trust anymore. I don't know who to talk
Yeah.
to. Like I don't know. Like I was like so in my own head. I think my biggest failure was not trusting the people that I knew I could trust, you know,
Yeah.
because when you get burned by so many people at the same time, with them knowing how like low of a point that you're at, like it's like if I can't trust them, like who can
Who
I
else? Yeah.
trust?
Who
You
can I
know,
turn
like
to? Absolutely.
I lost the person who like they're like, I love all of my mods, you know, but like having somebody who is like solely like, I don't want to say dedicated to you, but like they're there for you, like
Yeah.
no questions asked. Like if you need something, they
Absolutely.
got you. Like TL would have me before I even like knew what I needed, you know.
Absolutely.
And it's like I'm like I lost that, you know. Um and it's like I didn't know who to trust, you know. Like
Yeah.
it's like I and like it's not I mean like I took it for granted, honestly, and it's like yeah. So
It's
I think that like
hindsight.
not,
Yeah.
yeah, like not trusting and not like opening up to people who were actually there for me. Like Josh was like one of those people, like Captain Kosher. Like
Yeah. Love Josh.
he, yeah, like he let me feel what I was feeling. He let me be sad or whatever. But you know, it came to a point where he was like, Artemis, I need to keep it real with you. Like,
Yeah.
get your shit
Yeah.
together, because like
Get
I'm
it
here
together,
for
bro.
you.
Come on now.
He was like he might be gone, but like I'm here for you now.
Absolutely.
Which was like such like a sweet thing to me, because like Josh is like still here, and like I don't know, he kind of like filled like the role, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
my follow up was gonna be like, how'd you like work through it? But obviously, you know.
Yeah, no, I didn't work through it at all. I had people like pull me out of it again. Exactly what happened at like the
Yeah.
beginning of my streaming career. Like I just had people like for me that did it for me. I didn't do anything.
I mean, listen, but you're a person that they feel like they wanted to be there for. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not always just like so one sided. Like, oh, these people are such great people, because yes, they are. But
Yeah.
like, your character's involved too. Like you are involved too.
Yeah.
You're a person that they feel like they need to be there for, want to be there for, and that they value to that level. So the fact that people like that and they're so close to you,
Yeah.
they're so dear to you, it speaks to you as well.
And like I was gonna I was gonna stop streaming. Like I wasn't gonna keep streaming. Like
Damn.
I literally, yeah, like I couldn't. Like
Yeah.
look, Josh is quite literally the only reason that I stayed like streaming.
Damn.
And like I don't know how many times I told him like a dozen times like I want to quit. And he's like, "Do you really though?" And it's like, I
True.
mean, right now I do. But
In that
he was like,
moment,
"But do you actually?" Yeah. So, yeah, he's helped me a lot. I flew to Canada twice this year to go visit Josh. Like he's such a
Oh, so
yeah.
he does live in Canada. I forgot about that. Yeah. I got a couple homies
Yeah.
I need to see in Canada.
Yeah, and then he flew down to like Florida, so I like went down to Florida. Florida's
Proud of
not
you.
far from me, so like I went to Florida. We hung out. Yeah,
Fire.
love Josh. He's great.
Okay. And then I guess this would be my closing question.
Mhm.
When it's all said and done, what do you want to leave behind, and who do you want to be remembered as?
Honestly, it's like one of those things where like the more successful that you are, you're gonna have more people that hate you. Like not more people than not, but like the more positive that you put out, the more people are gonna hate you. So
Yeah.
honestly, if I could just have like most of those people remember me as someone who like genuinely cares about people, I
Yeah.
guess, and like I don't know, and like I don't know, I kind of have this like dark view of it, whereas like if you think of like famous actors,
Yeah.
like top of their time from like 100 years ago, like we don't really talk about them anymore, So like I have this like dark point of view where it's like things do matter, but like in
Yeah.
terms of like being remembered by people, like how much do you have to do to actually be remembered? Like I don't think that like I am ever gonna be to a point where like people remember me like 100 years from now, but like if
You never
something
know.
happened to me like right now, I like for
God
the
forbid.
time being, I guess, yeah, I would want, I don't know, just that like I actually like cared about people and like I loved like I don't know, like I just love like building connections and like bringing people together and stuff so much. Like
That's dope.
yeah, I think that'd be like my biggest thing.
Listen, there's not many people like that. I promise you. Like,
Yeah.
despite what they might show, there's not a lot of people that are genuinely like that. And there's
Yeah.
always like some type of ulterior motive, like when when
Yeah.
someone's like letting out a hand. Like it's always like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this for you, but I expect this and this
But
back.
now you gotta do something for me.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly,
Yeah.
like there are certain relationships where it's just like if it's a give and take relationship, that's fine as long as it's
Yeah.
shown to be that, as long as it's said
Yeah.
outwardly. But I think
Yeah,
you
I don't
genuinely
think
are a
that you
good
should
person.
ever like expect anything,
Oh,
like if
absolutely not.
like when I was like helping people like when they were like rating me to like help me get partner or whatever, like I
Yeah,
didn't expect that, like
absolutely not. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't.
like
Yeah,
I
I don't
was just
expect.
like
Yeah.
helping them,
No, honestly, I think that's really dope. And like I said, always, I appreciate it because you do a lot for like people in our space. And my whole thing is like with this podcast and this interview is like I want to give people their
Mhm.
flowers. Like not to say before it's too late. That's a little too grim. But like while you
Yeah.
still can, you know what I'm saying? Like there's people who I plan to um move forward with an interview and stuff like that. And I just want to be able to give anybody and everybody their flowers that I either looked up to, had influence from, anything like that. So whether it's like
Yeah.
family, friends, content creators, celebrities, whatever the case may be, you always want to, I always want to give my people's their flowers. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I appreciate you. I thank you for your time. I thank everybody else for their time. And do you have anything like what's next for you before we close out?
Um
I know you got a brand. I want you to plug your
I'm
because
trying to
you have a
think
new.
of something that's not an NDA or an embargo right now.
Don't you have a collaboration that you just like recently did?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I got partnered with the coffee company, which I think
That's
is kind
fire.
of sick,
Kind of
but
fire, bro.
trying to
Yeah,
think of
play.
something that I have coming up that's like crazy though.
I mean, even
Um,
if it's not crazy,
I don't know. Nothing that I can like talk about right now, which is kind of lame to say. Like
I
I
mean,
feel like it's
that's
like,
fine. That's
oh, I
fine.
have secrets, but it's like
No,
I
it's
literally
good.
like
It's good though.
I can't,
It's good that you can't speak about it because that means it's
Yeah,
important. You know what I mean? So
like
that
there's cool things.
yeah,
I can't talk
yeah, that's
about
fine.
them
That's
though.
fine. That's
So it
fine. You know
kind
what I'm
of
saying? Like
sucks. Yeah.
behind the closed doors,
I
you
don't
know what
know.
I'm saying? Like shoot me a
Yeah.
little text or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, I
But
mean,
that's dope though.
I
That's
am
dope.
starting to plan out more ways to do like content on like advice stuff outside
Okay.
of just like posting on Twitter. So
Okay. YouTube videos from
that's
pending.
about the coolest thing I can. I don't know.
That's fine.
I can't say anything else.
No, you can't say anything. That's good though.
Yeah.
That is actually a good answer because that means you have stuff going for you, and I'm happy for you, proud of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just keep doing it big. I had a shout out command that was gonna show like a random clip of yours plus everything else,
Oh
but
no.
yeah, but it went faulty yesterday, so I don't know what the fuck
Let's
happened, but
go.
it went faulty yesterday. It was I don't know what happened, but it is what it is. I don't know, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
I just want to say thank
Yeah,
you for
this
your
is my
time.
alt account, by the way.
Yeah,
For those of you
this is
who
her
are
alt account.
wondering
So
why.
yeah, I plugged
Yeah.
her. I shouted her main account. So make sure you guys go follow her. Go check her out. Hit her up on Twitter. She's not active on Instagram. I could tell you that much. I think.
Okay, no, that's the thing. Like, I even like, I tell
Bruh.
you, like, I don't really post on so. I mean, like, I do more than like some people. But, like,
I think it's strictly Twitter because I hit you up on Instagram, or not even hit you up. I tagged you. I was like, this might be her first like interaction on Instagram in like a year or something, bro. Like it's.
no, and that's the funny thing. Like, my DMs are
Really.
so active on Instagram. Yeah.
What?
I
swear
I
I
just don't
never see
post.
you do
I don't
anything
have
there.
anything to post. Like I don't take photos of myself, which is so weird as like
Okay.
a streamer. I feel like a lot of people that are like, full-time streamers or creators, like they're always like taking photos of themselves and like,
Nah, I don't do that.
selfies and photo. I don't know. I
That
just
is
don't
true
like
though.
pictures.
Most people do have like the
Yeah.
pictures and stuff, but you don't even post
Again, like
like
I don't like being on camera, which is so weird. Like
that is so
I got
absurd.
over it on like Twitch and stuff, but like
That's
everything
absurd.
else, I'm kind of like I'd rather just like take the photos and take the videos and yeah.
I don't mind being on camera, but it's more like I like to
I
do what
hate
I
it.
do. That's it. Like I don't
Yeah.
think I'm like photogenic or nothing like that. I just think like
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do what I want to do, and if it involves photos, I hate photos. But if it involves photos and it
Yeah.
involves being on camera, shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hate it or love it.
Yeah.
But again, thank you for your time. I appreciate you, Artemis.
Yeah.
Everybody go check her out. Go follow her. Thank you, everyone who came out and supported us. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for your time. I know it's actually a busy Sunday, and everyone has like their own stuff to do. So I appreciate you guys. I don't know if this will be the first or the last one, but we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Like if y'all forward the interviews, you know what I'm saying, y'all can let me know how let me know what could have been better. Also, I noticed that my title didn't update, so L scuffed.
Oh, wait, well, what was your title?
No, it was just like it was the interview. It was like literally just like the interview plus like whatever else I had.
Interview.
Yeah. Or it was gonna be an Unorthodox interview with Artemis. It was jazzed up a little bit, but hey,
Yeah.
shit happens, man. But
It's okay.
enjoy whatever you got going on at 5 o'clock, man. Like I said, you guys go follow her, go show her some love, and everybody, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna be back at 5 though, but love you guys, appreciate you guys. Stay up, stay blessed, man. I'm catching.
I have a question for you. Are you reading someone?
Am I what? Breeding?
Are you rating somebody? Yeah, rating.
Oh, rating. Oh my god. I thought you said, are you breeding? I'm like, no.
No.
I'm like, breeding is a crazy fucking.
Yeah. Are you breathing?
Breeding. I thought you said breeding.
Oh,
I'm
breeding.
Like,
oh,
I'm
I
like,
mean, someone did mention that you had the good sheets on today. No, rating. You're breeding? Wow, that's crazy.
I'm celibate, so I ain't breeding shit, okay? I ain't doing nothing of the sorts, bro. I'm celibate.
You know what? You know what?
I mean?
I love that you say that. Me too.
But I actually am though. Like, I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying
I never have.
Because people don't.
I literally never have.
Virginian resident?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fire though.
Yeah. When I tell you I'm straight edge, like I'm like. Yeah.
No, I didn't listen. I didn't say it. I didn't think it.
No, I know.
But it kind of came up in thought. But do you want to like rate somebody?
Yeah. Do you want to double raid?
Sure, let's do it. You got somebody? Anybody got anybody
You
first
can
to rate?
whoever you want to. I mean, I have people online I can look for.
Let's
but if
do
you
it.
have
Let's do it.
somebody,
No, let's do it.
I mean, it's your thing. Do you have anyone?
Let me see. Let me see who's online. I didn't even have my like freaking. I closed out all my stuff. Let me see who. I mean, I got one person. I got one person on right now. I got two people on right now.
Okay.
My homie, my boy Faded Silver. But if you want to rate somebody, up to you. Like
we can double raid.
Okay.
Is it Faded X Silver on just chatting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I do these. Good sheets is crazy, bro. I can't believe somebody who said good sheets, bro. Like What the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? Like,
Oh yeah, earlier somebody was like, "Oh, he's got the good sheets on today."
bro, ain't no way, bro. These are my average normal shit. It's just I never do my bed, so they're just like tripping over that, bro.
Oh,
They're just tripping over
I
that.
feel honored. I got the good vet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
That's funny.
yeah, but I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Just let me know when hit send.
Okay. Like I said, man, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Fam Bam. Thank you, community. Thank you, Artemis community. Thank you, Artemis.
Yeah.
Everybody, man, go show my boy Faded some love. You know what I'm saying? Turn it up. We try to do this together. We try to build everybody up. You know what I'm saying? So everyone have a good day. Stay up, stay blessed, man. I'm catching on the flip. I'm gonna hit it now.
All right, I rated.
Same.
W.
Bet. Nice. All right. Well, listen. I mean,
That was good.
I think it was like for the first ever. I really do think that was good. Like, yeah. I wish I could have been more not even prepared. I wish first of all, I wish my title was fucking correct.
That's fair.
I wish my title was correct.
I mean, that happens though.
But I edited it and I saved it, but it didn't change. So, and then of course my mods